Hello, hello, and welcome to my stream. I think it's now working. How is it going, everyone? Happy TGAA Friday. Happy 10-year anniversary of Great Ace Attorney. Even though I wasn't involved in the early days of it, but apparently the game came out like 10 years ago this week. Isn't that insane? Makes me feel old. I don't know why. It has nothing to do with me. But anyway, isn't that crazy? 10 years. A long 10 years ago. That would mean Ryunosuke is now like what? In his early 30s. Oh my god, is Ryunosuke my age? What? Whoa! Oh, Poggy Pocket. Thank you so much for the gift subs. Ever so much appreciated. You are wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh my god, we've got all the things on the screen. And I don't have... Every time it happens, I'm like, where did I put the fan? What else could I fan with? I could fan with here with this thing. With this mouse pad or something. Yeah, I've got like just a blue mouse pad. How are you all? What? Whose birthday is it? What? It says happy birthday. Happy birthday to who? I missed it. On your birthday, Balaroth, happy birthday. How have you? I hope you've been having a lovely. Why does it keep dinging? My ears ringing. Oh, hi Mark Whitered. Susato cosplayer from AnimeCon. Oh my god, it's so nice to have you. This was from you, wasn't it? A little Susato. Look at that. How are you all doing? I know it's been a couple of weeks of me being away, having what did I have? Having tech issues last time, and then having back issues after. Just a little old me having sometimes a little bit of back problems and then being like, okay, I need a little bit of rest. And then my mind wanders and it's like, what is life? What is the world? What is everything? I don't know about you all, but I have deleted the news app from my home screen because I couldn't bear looking at it every day. I still keep up with what's going on. But I kind of I think I got in the habit of first thing in the morning, sometimes just looking at the news app and be like, oh my god, everything is terrible. And it wasn't the best for me anymore. It wasn't the best for me. But I still listen to stuff that's going on and everything. And so that I roughly know a little bit what's going on. But yeah. It is very hot here as well. Can you all hear? I've got a fan running. Lou Blues, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate y'all. And wait, what else? Did I miss something else? I hope I didn't miss another one. But I heard a lot of dinging. But thank you all. What was I saying? It is very hot. I have a fan running. So I don't know how... Can you hear that? Or is that suppressed as a noise? Actually, I'm going to turn it up a little bit because it is rather hot here. I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but it must be about 30 degrees or something. Hello, long time no see. Hope you've been well. I've been up and down, I think, to be honest, up and down, I think. And I have also this unfortunate thing in my life, which is I'm a freelance actor, and my mental state does sometimes, unfortunately, I hate it actually, but it does depend a little bit on how busy I am, and I don't like it, but it is sometimes the reality of it that I have to accept. And when I'm when I'm working and everything is going well, then I'm really well. And then if you have a couple of weeks, and the truth is I have more projects. I've voiced on a game this week, and I'm doing a audio drama next week. Plus I'm doing the same game I did this week again next week. So there is stuff happening, but not as much. And we get so used to kind of once we've in acting, you have you always hope it to be linear, and you get one job after another, and then it just kind of keeps going. But it's often not how it works, unfortunately. And then sometimes I get a little bit last year I was the voice and an elite voice in a video game that was Game of the Year contender, and what am I doing now with my life? I've peaked, and it's all over. And And I know that that's not necessarily the case, but it does happen. Hee Himmel, how's it going? Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. I've also I kind of, so some people have said that basically we might make it to the end of case 3 today, hoping that there's no more tech issues. So I have plugged in my laptop, so that's charging. I've also, what else do I need to? I've also made sure that the sound is good just now, right? So sound is not like skipping anymore, right, from the game. So that's so good. I've even today, guess what I've done? I've reinstalled OBS because I thought I wanted like a clean install and like kind of sometimes it was just screwing with me or something. So I've been busy. I've done shit. Okay. So hopefully, although I've rearranged my room and now my green screen is such that if I might do this any higher, then you're just gonna see like the corners of my green screen, which seems now that, oh wait, maybe I can, oh, I put my seat down a little. Now you can see more of my head, but otherwise my head is being a little cut off here. So a little bit of a rearrangement, but hopefully it will all go smoothly. But if we are getting to the end of the case rather quickly, I've actually, what's this game called? There was a game I was playing the other day that, wait, what is it called? Getting Over It. Have you all played that before? Do you know that? Maybe I'll play a little bit of that after that, and then we can, and then we can just. I just kind of, hey, Flare of the Fireborn, first time chat. You want to say hello and thank you. I've been helping you get through grad school. I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Yeah, but wasn't yellow long enough for you? No, actually, I thought, because like last week I played Sekiro, right? And just FYI, I've nearly played it through now. I kind of like, because I thought sort of it doesn't like. Sometimes, obviously, also I want a game where I'm just like, I'm just gaming. And Sekiro is so difficult that like I feel like I have to play it a lot more, and I don't have the energy to like stream for like hours on end or something, right? And then I thought about like, okay, what is it that I like really enjoyed about, and like this Getting Over It is like all about just getting good, right? So maybe that's fun, just as a little side mission or something like that, you know. Crows are cool. Oh my God, crows. They're called crows. Crows are cool. Do you like crows? I like crows. Actually, my friend Mia, Mia Fu, who obviously lots of you must know, is a big fan of crows. So maybe, is it you, Mia? Mia, is it you? In another, with another name? But maybe it's not you, in which case crows are cool. You are cool. Anyway, I think we should get into the game and continue the journey that we are on, and see if we can crack this case. So let me just go over here, and we're going to get a little bit of explosions on the screen again. She literally has a credit in a short film as Crow Wrangler. Does she indeed? Well, Streamed Sam's, I actually skipped last week's stream because I had back pain, so you haven't missed anything. And hopefully the computer shall be okay because it's plugged in and we're good. We're good. We got this, guys. We got this. We can do this, y'all. We can do this. You missed the week before too. Oh well, then wait. Where are we indeed? We are definitely in the last case. Not last case. Sorry, gosh. I screwed this up. We are in the third case. And what did we just do? One day I will be a professional and I'll be like, last time on the Great Ace Attorney stream. What did we just do? I don't know. I don't remember, y'all. I'm such a bad streamer. I don't know what's going on. I gotta switch my scene? Oh, I didn't switch. Oh, I didn't transition to it yet. Sorry. I'm a professional at everything. I'm a professional at everything. I know exactly what I'm doing, and that's why I'm so good at it. See, what's also annoying me is that in the new setup, the light kind of sucks. And this is all weird. Ugh. I kind of changed everything, and now I don't like it. Wait, if I turn this up a bit. Oh, this is better. I have to shine the light at my green screen, so it doesn't. But now it's kind of bright. It's like blinding me. I hate this. Hold on. What if I do one brief moment? Let's see. Checking. Oh, now I moved the camera. Okay. Okay. This'll do. This is better. This is better. This works. Doesn't it? This works very well. Bud grain. I've got a bud grain and a bud back. Sort of. Right. Oh, so we're right at this moment here where I can go. I guess she's just... What has he just been saying? What was the question? Let's just go back a little bit and see what I said. So I pressed on this. What in fact I witnessed was a fellow... What was his voice? I am not creepy. I am Drebber. What in fact I witnessed... What I in fact witnessed even was a fellow grave robber at work. Hold it! A fellow grave robber. What are you talking about? Well, I wasn't the only one busy in the cemetery that night, you know? Oh, yeah. So we are kind of like in the conversation between Madame Tuspel's kind of contradicting a little bit what Drebber was saying. So that's kind of where we're at. Oh, Captain Priss. It's rare you can catch me live because of time zones. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. What is your time zone? Where are you at? Hello, I'm late. Hi, I'm late. How's it going? My name is Mark. I'm so funny. Laugh, everyone. You must laugh. Otherwise, the stream will not continue. You must laugh at my jokes. Oh, Peachy PG, thank you for the sub. Laugh very loudly. You're not laughing in capital letters. You're laughing in lowercase. That is not very funny then, is it? I do not appreciate. Thank you very much. Oh, another first time chat. Balthazar Chas. I like that your first time chat is a good old laugh. We all need a good old laugh sometimes, don't we? Dad jokes Takeshi Ota strikes again. That is me. Thank you very much. I've got a whole list of them, but I forget them because I'm old, so I don't actually have a list. What's a list? Where's my pen? I need to write things down. Ah, damn it. What did I want to write down? I forget everything. Anyway, of course, when I saw one emerging from the hole he dug, my heart very nearly stopped, so that's terrifying sign, actually. I actually saw, you see. And then Zeke says, you're claiming it was just another student on equally insalubrious? Gosh, he's just full of himself, isn't he? Like, wanting to say fancy words. Many of the medical students would wear metal masks to protect them from bacteria during dissections. Clearly, the fellow was using such a mask to protect his anonymity, wouldn't you say? Objection! But there's more to the story, isn't there? The article goes on to say, in the next second, a gunshot rang out suddenly from behind. The bullet pierced the resurrected man's chest. Yes, that's what happened. We might assume that the sexton discovered the miscreants at work, perhaps, and fired upon one of them. If a gravedigger had shot someone in the cemetery, I think it might have been rather big news, my lord. Ah, yes, well. And to this, our dear Tuspels reacts.
Excuse me.
So what does she have to say? Madam Tussbelts? Don't take it out on Mr. Sholmes, please. He's my good friend. We don't want to be angry at Sholmesy. He's very smart. Oh, it was the wax figure that she's taking it out on. Whoopsie! The wax figure is okay. Huh? Oh la la! Pardon, monsieur. Alors, c'est pas... I was lost in my thoughts. Would it be fair to say that Mr. Drebber's last remark was significant to you in some way? I thought it was a little strange, that is all. How Monsieur Drebber could claim this now? How is the volume of the game? Somehow, why can't... I can barely hear the game. Why is it on 92? It's on like max here. Oh wait, I can turn it up. But is the game volume too loud if I put it a bit further here? Okay, hold on. Where are we? And my mic. Actually, I could put my mic a bit up, maybe. Talk. Here we go. So if I put my mic up, and then the volume... Yeah, okay. No tech issues. Nothing's happening. Everything's fine. Here we go. But I just want to be able to hear the music a little bit. There we go. That works. If you don't mind saying, madame, what are you talking about? Too loud, then. Well, when I met you 10 years ago at your university dormitory, you recounted to me about your adventures in the cemetery, no? Including the gunshot. Stop! Robot angry. You might want to watch your tongue, you know?
Objection! Have a care, Drebber. That's no way to speak to a lady.
Ooh. The Rock maybe fancy Tussbelts a bit? No, he's just defending her. He's just being a good defender of people. Although, he's usually a prick, so what's going on? Please, Madame Tussbelts, carry on. Of course. According to what Monsieur Drebber told me at the time, he did hear a gunshot from behind him and the bullet hit the condemned man. I said nothing of the sort. No. You were very explicit about the details. Well, this is too loud in my ear now. About the mask that the figure was wearing and the blood that spattered over you when he was shot. Enough. Shut up, woman. You're making all of this up.
That will do. Mr. Drebber.
Yes?
You refute the account as given by Madame Tussbelts?
I have no recollection of ever saying those things. Come on, do you really expect us to believe?
Control yourself, counsel. I will not permit baseless accusations in my courtroom.
Sure. You do not permit baseless accusations in your courtroom. You're having a laugh. Mate. Yeah, ridiculous. Right. Even Ryunosuke is like, sure you don't. Yeah. Funny. Oh, I have a little spiky ball underneath my table. I like that. Spiky ball. Do you all know these spiky balls? Oh, sorry. I wasn't being funny. This is actually a spiky ball. This is like for a foot massage. It's very This is very good. I wasn't being weird. Just saying. Just saying. Calm down, everyone.
Under the circumstances, I think it's best that you supplement your testimony with
a statement to clarify. It still kept going. I don't know. I think it's best that you
supplement your testimony with a statement to clarify your position on this witness.
Do I have static? Of course I have static. I could not... What's happening? Oh, I was just thinking. My static was not very see-through-y. It's static-y. It's a little bit more orange maybe than normally. I don't know what's going on. It's being very ghostly.
Very well. All right, Baroque. What do you want, eh? What are you complaining about now? There was no gunshot from behind me at all, nor any spattering blood. Soon afterwards, I was visited by a young woman who sculpted a model of me.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? Have I already pressed on all of these? Oh, I probably need to do it all again because I have no memory of anything. And maybe we won't finish this case today because it's been like 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on. What was our whole shtick here? There was something to do with time. The last thing we did was that we figured out that he was lying about the time or something like that. So now we figured out that he's lying about the shot, right? Controlling it will not permit basis. Okay. Under these circumstances, I think it's best that you supplement your testimony. I think somebody commented, was it on my YouTube videos or something, that's like, oh, like the fact that I play this over such a long period must be really hard. And I was like, no, I don't know. It's not that hard. I think like 1 week in between is not that bad. But when it's 2 weeks, I'm like, what was going on here? So let us just read it through. The reason I was in Lowgate Cemetery at all 10 years ago was for a spot of moonlighting, shall we say. Okay, yeah, because he was working at night to dig. He was a grave digger. That's what he was, wasn't he? Yes, the illustration in that newspaper article was based on what I witnessed that night. But he claims that he just made that up. That's what I remember, right? As in like that he made up. Why did he say he made up the thing about the corpse coming back to life? Because there was one newspaper article that mentioned it, basically, right? We had one newspaper article that talks about and mentioned him by name, whereas initially he was claiming, oh, no, this I never said that, but this particular newspaper said he did say that. Okay. What I in fact witnessed was a fellow grave robber at work. There was no gunshot from behind me at all, nor any spattering blood. Soon afterwards, I was visited by a young woman who sculpted a model of me from wax. Then I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist, and it was all because of that newspaper article. Okay, but... So... But Tussbells claims that he did say this all. Why do I'm gonna need to press these again and see what's happening. Hold it! By moonlighting, you mean grave robbing, do you?
Surely you only need to look at the graveyard scene in my appearance to gauge the answer to that. The lantern and spade. But who on earth would want to buy a dead body? What voice did I give her? Any major hospital. A hospital? In order to better understand the human body, the study of anatomy is crucial to medical science. But there isn't a hospital in the world that has enough specimens to work with. though obviously they can't openly express an interest in obtaining more by dubious means. As an aspiring scientist, we young research students had no money to work with, as I'm sure you can imagine. So we made surreptitious arrangements with a hospital via some of our medical student acquaintances. We would never take anything of value from the graves. This was all for the furtherance of science, you see, clearly. That's what we all told ourselves every time we stole into the graveyard at night, spade in hand.
You realize body snatching is a serious crime. If you were caught, you could expect the gravest of...
Funny. Gravest of consequences. Barack is also a little bit of a dad joke man, isn't he?
We students were caught between the hammer and the anvil. We needed funds for research.
Professor Hairbrain said exactly the same. Yippee, they mentioned it. What, the grave joke thing, or what?
I'm quite speechless at the apparent levity with which you've revealed this abhorrent behavior.
Well, if you wanted to know why I was there at Lowgate Cemetery, that's the reason. I'm just being honest, my dear. But I never expected it to end the way it did. That I regret to this day.
ASMR. Whoopsie. Yes. The illustration in that newspaper article was based on what I witnessed that night. I don't think he regrets it. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? Regret what? Oh, as in Drebber, not me. You're talking about Drebber.
Hold it!
The strange happening at Lowgate Cemetery, which you now deny?
Not entirely. I ran to fetch the police at the time, you know. I was shaking like a leaf. But they didn't believe a word of it. In fact, I was very nearly arrested myself. Can you believe it? Me, this completely unsuspicious looking person, robbing graves. So you went to the papers instead? I started big with the London News, but unsurprisingly, they didn't want to know either. In the end, though, it was reporters from the gossip rags, the gutter press, that came to get my story. And it spread like the plague through the capital as gossip-hungry Londoners lapped up the tale.
The story was in every single paper at the time,
With the exception of some broadsheets. And yet only 2 or 3 of them actually interviewed me personally. Most of the accounts turned out to be very interpretive ghost stories.
What about the article in the Daily Circus?
That particular journalist found me at my dormitory.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. That picture was drawn by our murder victim, right? Assman. That particular... Right. I don't know, but he'd discovered my name. So I recounted to him exactly what had happened that night. And from your description, he drew this illustration. See, it says it right there. That ass man. That ass man is what it is.
Precisely. That's how I learned that the condemned man was the infamous professor. Because the reporter told me so. I had no idea myself, you see.
Newspaper reporters are wont to snoop around in matters that don't concern them. So the scene portrayed in the illustration is accurate then?
Well... What I in fact witnessed was a fellow grave robber at work. A fellow grave robber? What are you talking about? Well, I wasn't the only one busy in the cemetery that night, you know. Other body snatchers were at work. Of course, when I saw one emerging from the hole he dug, my heart very nearly stopped. So, that's the terrifying sight I actually saw, you see. You claiming it was just another student on equally insalubrious business as yourself. Many of the medical students would wear metal masks to protect them from bacteria during dissections. Clearly, the fellow was using such a mask to protect his anonymity, wouldn't you say? But there's more to the story, isn't there? The article goes on to say, the next second, a gunshot rang out suddenly from behind. The bullet pierced the resurrected man's chest, whose breath then stilled once more.
We might just assume that the sexton discovered the miscreants at work, perhaps.
The sexton? What is a sexton?
And fired upon them.
Oh wait, is a sexton a police officer or something? Or a security person? Stop it, guys. What's happening? Erai Domeningen. Which Erai Domeningen? Who's Erai Domeningen? I don't know that. Eraida Meningen. Sextons are gravekeepers. Oh, and thank you for the first time chat and giving us some information there, Curiosity. You're having a completely different conversation right now. Well, that's very good that I tuned into chat just about then, you know. But yes, welcome, Curiosity. I like that name. If a gravedigger had shot someone in the cemetery, I think it might have been rather big news, my lord. Oh, that's what Assman's name is in Japanese. Oh, and in English, they just decided to go with Assman. Eraida Meningen. Eraida Meningen. That's funny.
Yes, well.
I can only assume it was an embellishment bolted on later by the reporter.
An embellishment.
As I explained earlier, oh God, I have to keep explaining myself. Most of what the papers published about these events was fabricated nonsense. The journalists had a great time fashioning it into a horrifying ghost story.
So, now you're saying there was no gunshot?
That's right, yes. I'm afraid so. I mistakenly thought I'd seen a corpse coming back to life and then fled the scene. But that's really all that happened.
Alright, and then he says there was no gunshot from behind me at all. Nor any spattering of blood. Yet, Madame Tussbelt has testified that you told her about both of those details. How do you explain that, huh?
No, not true. I said nothing of the sort, and I'm completely unsuspicious about it.
10 years have passed. Without material evidence to the contrary, you have no grounds on which to question the witness's word.
Yeah, what are you doing, Baroque? I'm totally onto something. Now get back into your corner and drink your wine, you stupid idiot.
Tell me, Madame Tussbelt. Oui, alors? What exactly did Mr. Drebber say about the blood that apparently spattered on him? Alors, this is what he told me. All of a sudden, he heard a very loud gunshot from behind his back. The bullet hit the figure who was emerging from the tomb in the middle of the chest, in his heart.
One dreadful sight after another.
And since Monsieur Drebber was at the time facing towards the condemned man, the blood sprayed from the wound and spattered on his body. That is what he told me.
So, not an experience you would ever forget, is it?
I would agree with that.
Precisely. And I didn't forget it, because as I've already said, it never happened in the first place.
He's clearly lying. Have you seen the way he smiles? It's creepy as fuck. Can't be true.
If only I had some evidence to prove it. Can't let him win. We can't let him win, Mr. Naruhodo. So we mustn't overlook a single detail, no matter how small.
Okay. It sounds almost like we need to present on that one. There was no gunshot from it. Okay, so what was he saying? He was saying that she's lying. Bullet. Maybe. Hold on. This is the actual camera that Mr. Drebber had, and there's blood spatter on it. Brain. I'm quite sure that's what it is. But we are gonna let's just go through the rest of this because I wanna just see what it says. Soon up because just reminding myself of the case.
Soon afterwards, I was visited by a young woman who sculpted a model of me from wax.
Hold it!
That young one behind being Madame Tussbells, of course. Precisely. I must say, I didn't expect to run into her again like this 10 years later, when I'm such an innocent man.
As I've explained, alors, you stupid man, I went by the name published in the article, and comme ça, I found him. Yes, the article in the Daily Circus, I think you said.
I was a poor student with barely a penny to my name at the time. All I could do was breakdance to finance my studies, and the young lady put £5 in front of me. How could I say no?
So, you readily consented to having a waxwork of yourself made, and gave permission for it to be put on display.
I did. I should sell what little I had to sell, I concluded.
Ah, oui, I remember now. I purchased something else from you that day, n'est-ce pas? Alors, the camera. I know, it's the camera.
Did you? I can't say I remember.
What was it, madame? Maybe a camera? Perchance?
Is camera. Alors, I'm so clever.
Ah. See? 2 weeks, schmoo weeks. No problem.
Oh, yes, I made a point of taking it with me whenever I made an excursion into any cemetery.
Bye, everyone. You have to go get ready for work. But thank you for popping in. And I'll catch you on another one. Have a good day at work.
You took that camera with you, sir, to what end?
To record the details of the bodies I disinterred. But I had no intention of ever visiting a graveyard again after that night, so I sold it.
I see.
But I still have it, monsieur. It is part of the special exhibit in my House of Horrors. I am very meticulous about such details. It is the Tussbells way.
It would seem then that this is the very camera Mr. Drebber took with him to Rogate Cemetery on the night in question.
Yes.
Interesting.
And
then I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist.
And it was all because of that newspaper.
Hold it! Yeah, you hold it right there. This article, you mean? Published in the Daily Circus?
Yes. Somebody informed the dean that it was my name that appeared in the article. And carelessly let slip at night after night I was digging up graves. Hardly a model student, you might say. The university's reputation was execrably defiled, and I was expelled as a result, which for some reason makes me curiously excited.
Mon Dieu! Ah, I had no idea. Oh, thank you for the follow, Strawberry Frost. I appreciate that. Alors, and I'm French right now, so merci beaucoup alors.
And having been run out of university, you found employment in a somewhat specialist trade.
You combined your knowledge of science with knowledge of stage magic to create various experimental machines intended to demonstrate never-before-seen technology. And you used those deceptive machines to trick the government and private investors into giving you money.
No comment.
Professor Albert Hairbrain was just your latest victim, wasn't he?
Whatever are you talking about? Whatever are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no recollection of doing anything of the sort.
Scythe's had enough of this. What's that Drebber up to? Why would he suddenly change his tune and recant his claim?
I wonder if perhaps it's because his circumstances have changed now. What circumstances?
Well, if he admits to having seen the professor emerging alive from his grave 10 years ago, it will expose a secret in Dr. Scythe's past that she would desperately want to hide.
Yes, of course.
If Drebber and Dr. Scythe are working together now,
Then if Drebber were to betray her, there would be no reason for her to continue to cooperate. In that case, there's only one way around it. I'll have to prove he really did see it.
Prove he really did see the professor's corpse coming back from the dead as he originally claimed, which is with the blood spatter on the camera.
on the camera. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, exactly.
Just in time for your favorite Ace Attorney case. Well, welcome, Astropocalypse. You're just in time for me to totally kill it, because I'm so clever. No spattering blood. Well, how do you explain the blood on the camera then, huh, Mister?
Objection!
How, Mr. Drebber?
Mr. Drebber? Do you remember this here there camera?
Wait.
This one right here? Huh? Do you remember?
Any recollection? Does it ring a bell?
Oh, you're looking sad now.
But that is a camera from that fateful night?
Yes, we Automot is funny. It doesn't block fugly, but it's not happy with hell. That's funny. It Automot thinks that using hell is bullying. That is funny. That is funny. Gosh, are you like very, I don't know, religious, Automod? Anyway, yes, we borrowed it from the House of Horrors. It's the camera you took with you to the cemetery that night, Mr. Drebber. We can say ass, but not hell. It's funny.
And is that supposed to be significant?
This kind of camera is rarely seen in our homeland, so my colleague and I were keen to examine it very closely.
we notice that the lens extends forwards on the end of some bellows. Oh, like this. And look. Do you see that? Do you see this right here? Right there? Can you see this right here? This right here? Can you tell what that is?
Can you tell what that is?
Hold it!
Oh, what are you shouting about now? Huh?
What's this? There. Huh. Just on the bellows. Looks like a dark red stain.
Oh, yeah. Have you just noticed this, Barack? Have you just noticed this, huh?
I'm sweating.
That's right. It's a rather conspicuous mark here on the bellows, in fact.
Oh, wait. I don't know why Ryunosuke has such a dark voice suddenly. Ryunosuke just grew up by like 30 years.
That's right. It's a rather conspicuous mark here on the bellows, in fact. Huh.
Oh, good lord. Are you suggesting...
Yes, my lord. It would appear to be a spatter of blood.
Something that could be confirmed with a simple chemical test. Isn't that right, Dr. Scythe?
It would be difficult to determine if it was human blood and not the blood of some animal.
I don't remember what voice I had for Scythe. How do I differentiate Scythe and Drebber? What's a fun way to do that? Maybe she just gets a deep voice?
But yes, to test whether or not it's blood at all is simple enough. Is that a good voice for her? Yeah, all right.
I propose that Madame Tuspel's testimony was correct. And that on the night in question 10 years ago, you were spattered with blood from the gunshot wound. Think she'd have a deeper voice? Did you? Yeah. It's the shit. What's her name? What's the girl's name? Ah, man, my brain. What's her name? Iris. It's the Iris voice changer all over again. Anyway.
Well,
I dodged it, and that furthermore, it's because I played so much Wukong, I'm really good at dodging now. You really did. This would have been a perfect dodge, just FYI, you know. You can turn off the profanity filters in your chatting. In your chat settings? Why is your line... Oh, okay, that's their personal censored, so that's not censored for everyone. That's good to know. And that furthermore, you really did witness the condemned professor emerging from his tomb. Oh, his eye falls out. Oh my god. It's violent. We've got you dead to rights. There's simply no way you could have forgotten such a traumatic experience. In other words, the only explanation is that you're trying to hide the fact that you saw the professor that night.
Objection!
Come on.
but why? Why? Why would he want to do that?
Just think, Barack. Just think for a moment. Use your pretty little brain, okay?
Well, not for his own gain, it would seem. For whose then? Who could benefit?
Scythe. For some reason, Scythe, but I don't quite remember why. Mr. Drebber is obviously lying in order to... Oh, wait. In order to protect somebody because... Wait, what was it again? So, he's lying because Scythe was the only... I think Scythe made a mistake 10 years ago, and when she saw... I forgot. Mr. Drebber's... something to do with her messing up 10 years ago or something. And then he's doing something now. Don't tell me. I'm figuring it out.
My goodness, he's shielding someone.
Yes, my lord. And clearly,
It's someone who doesn't want the truth about the professor coming back to life.
to be exposed.
Well, counsel, who is it then?
Scythe.
Who is this witness trying to protect by lying about what he saw that night?
Take that!
Obviously, the obvious answer is Dr. Scythe.
Scythe? I haven't been able to follow what's going on because I keep having my hand in front of my face.
What? Whatever do you mean? I only just woke up from my nap, so I don't know what's going on.
Imagine if the convict who'd been sentenced to death was not, in fact, killed. Imagine if that was come to light. Oh, yeah. So she thought he was dead. She diagnosed him as dead. Then he was buried, but he was, in fact, still alive and then shot. But that mistake would have ruined Scythe's career, or something like that. Imagine if that was come to light.
What are you insinuating? You saying that I'm not a good, person at my job? That's just ridiculous, okay? Don't be silly now.
And imagine if the convict in question was the country's most hated mass murderer. If it was the professor.
That would have been an unprecedented scandal.
Objection!
This is beyond a joke. Need I point out that the dead cannot come back to life? Am I the only one with a brain in here? What you are suggesting would mean that the execution never actually happened.
Yes, that's exactly what it would mean.
Objection!
Or maybe it could be that it wasn't a mistake, but that they deliberately tried to get him, off the hook by pretending to kill him and then burying him. And then actually maybe they wanted him to get away. And maybe Dr. Scythe helped him in that. Maybe. Conspiracies abound.
Once a man is sent to the gallows, he hangs. No one could escape. Not
In Great Britain!
Objection!
But the fact is, there was a witness to the fact that the man did escape his hanging.
If that were really true, counsel, the implications of misconduct would not stop at supervising coroner.
I'm gonna put my camera further back. How far can I put it back? And it's still... See, now the corner appears. This is good. This gives a little bit more... I feel like now I'm more complete. More completely in the picture.
If that were really true, counsel, the implications of misconduct would not stop at the supervising coroner.
My little Tsum Tsum collection. At some point, if they all stack up, then maybe I have to put them behind me or something.
It would tend to the honor of the entire judiciary from the ground up.
Yeah? What do you say about that, huh, Scythe? Huh? And it's exactly because of those monumental repercussions that Dr. Scythe would consent to any demand of her by someone who threatened to expose the secret. Even if that meant being complicit in a crime. Wait, what did he say? Wait, what did he say?
You mean?
God, he's really slamming the desk here, isn't he? A lot. I mean that Dr. Scythe wasn't collaborating with Mr. Drebber's wicked scheme. But Drebber was collaborating in her scheme? I think Drebber uncovered her scheme. Oh, no, she was coerced into collaborating in order to protect her decade-old secret. Why is this cable? Oh, okay. Perfect dodge. She switched the dead body of Mr. Assman with a waxwork model and fabricated the autopsy report. Oh, we get the leg now. Dear Lord. Calm down, everyone, now. Calm down. Is the stream glitching? No? No? No glitching? No glitching. No glitching, please. Lord Van Zeeks, can you just keep your leg to yourself, please? It's just ridiculous. What are the leg puns? I saw a short the other day, a little sketch. They had a lot of leg puns. Oh, but it's because it changed the word leg with another one. Never mind. This is too. I'm gonna keep this here now. Pray forgive my freshly filled hello chalice, and a whole raft of other discourtesies now. What discourtesies will you?
Good goodness me, Barack, mon Dieu, I'm turning all French when you do this.
Oh, and leg's gone. Like he just removes it very quickly.
It's just the sort of tall tale Londoners would enjoy, I grant you. An executed killer rising from the dead. A Scotland Yard cover-up. A conspiracy at the highest levels. So let me ask you one thing, huh? You schmuck.
What's that?
If the condemned man really did emerge from his tomb that night only to be shot in the chest, who pulled the trigger and disposed of him forever?
Silly man. He's such a silly man. Well, I have no idea at the moment.
We have too little information to work that out at present, I think.
I couldn't agree more.
The Old Bailey is no place for wild fantasies.
Oh, seriously? Where have you been all this time, Barack?
And have you considered this, my learned Nipponese friend?
Considered what? Do you realize just... Oh wait, not as Van Zeeks.
Do you realize just what a dangerous endeavor it would be to coerce this woman into such criminal activity?
Oh shit, I just realized also. Was I? Oh no. Oh, there's no hot. Oh. There's so many fans in here. Hold on. I just realized I put my static next to the laptop, and sometimes the laptop blows out hot air, and then my static gets all warm, and that's very unpleasant.
It's tantamount to declaring war on the entire British police force and judiciary.
Oh, jeez. That's a little...
Quite hard to imagine any sum of money being offered for research could warrant it.
To rely on some stage deception when so much is at stake would be madness.
Well, I suppose,
And this was no petty crime either. The victim was murdered. A man who'd already invested money into the venture and would be instrumental in future profits too.
Yes. I had no reason to kill Mr. Asman at all. Are you forgetting that his death results in me receiving not a single penny? The court is already aware of the contract between myself and the victim. No?
There is the contract, that is very true.
the motive for this case runs deep, though. I can feel it.
Using threats to force the head of the forensic investigation team to cooperate is extreme. Especially for a government grant he had no guarantee of receiving in the first place. If the research grant was the aim, taking Mr. Asman's life would have made no sense anyway. Which means Mr. Draper's motive wasn't money at all. He was just trying to kill Mr. Asman.
But why? What was his motive then? I'm gonna tell you, it's revenge. It's revenge because he I don't know if he wrote the article, but he did write that image. He drew the image. So I'm assuming maybe that he also wrote the article? So he blames him for like him losing his university and stuff like that. It's a whole revenge plot.
Your time is up, my learned friend. I'd say you have one last chance before the jury lose their patience with this charade.
Or charade. Oh, charade, charade. Whatever will be, will be.
Let's see if you can back up your heady proposal, shall we?
Oh, you shouldn't throw alcohol at an open fire, you know? Even though wine doesn't have high enough alcohol content to burn like that, it's still not very smart. How do you explain... No, did he dodge? Oh. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that. That's pretty funny. He's so used to it.
How do you explain why this engineer would throw all caution to the wind and threaten his own country?
All caution to the wind, indeed.
At this point, I'm not prepared to listen to more of this outlandish conjecture without proof.
Like, is it only me who can hear the music? Wait, what is it? Is the music a sound really low? It's relatively low, but it's kind of like finding a good balance is always a little bit tricky. I can turn it up a little, I think, because it's I've turned up. Or maybe I do my voice a little lower. I think. How's this balance? I think that's yeah, okay. I know it's like sometimes different, but it's really annoying because I hear now my own voice in my.
I got a whisper. Would you like me to talk like this? So, can't you? Present your evidence. Aaron, present it. My precious.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What is like actual ASMR? People do actual ASMR, right? What's like? Oh, this sounds like actual ASMR, doesn't it? I'm sorry. This was actually kind of fun. I'm sorry to, what is it, do you say misophonic people? I'm so sorry. Professional streamer, I know what I'm doing all the time. Alright, who exactly was Mr. Assman to Mr. Drebber? There's a connection there that no one's seen yet. Yes, exactly, I've seen it, and I'm going to have to present two pieces of evidence. Ooh, look at him go like, ooh. Yes, my lord. The evidence that establishes a motive and explains why the witness wants the victim dead is right here.
Take that!
Newspaper, clearly. It's this newspaper article, my lord.
That was written 10 years ago, and every detail has been examined already. What can it possibly tell us?
That trigger should never have been written. It's typical gutter press nonsense. That means absolutely nothing. Nothing.
I didn't lose my temper at all.
Yes, on its own, it isn't particularly significant. However, when considered alongside another piece of evidence, it will completely explain your motive for wanting Mr. Assman dead.
What other evidence?
Well, the contract, obviously, which shows the signature.
Counsel, you will present your supplementary evidence without delay.
I can do it straight away. I don't even need to save game. I know exactly what I'm doing. Where's out your contract? Where's out your contract? There it is.
Take that!
Ben, it's this contract, my lord. Pro Gamer, Mr. Drebber. This is the contract you signed with Mr. Assman. Yes, that's right. The very document, in fact. That proves I had no reason to kill the man. No, I'm afraid not. I think you're wrong, and I'm gonna prove it.
What?
There's something very significant that this newspaper article and the contract have in common.
Really? I had no idea.
And it's that common link.
That shows. Oh, I didn't dodge that point. That was too quick. That wasn't even. That wasn't. What's the word? When you it wasn't not triggered. Telegraphed. That wasn't telegraphed very well. You need to telegraph it better. Come on, dude. We're a team. It shows very clearly why you were determined to kill Mr. Odi Assman.
It seems the defense has uncovered something the rest of us idiots have not. So, my learned friend, point out what these two pieces of evidence have in common.
Oh, come on now. This is too easy.
Where exactly is the link between his newspaper article and the contract?
Take that!
What these two pieces of evidence have in common is a signature.
A signature?
The signature on the illustration that accompanies the 10-year article and the signature on the contract
Telegraphed.
belong to the same person.
What?
As the court has heard, this illustration was drawn 10 years ago
By the newspaper reporter who found Mr. Drebber and interviewed him about his ordeal. If you look closely, the reporter's signature can be seen in the bottom right corner of the drawing. And if you look at the contract here, which was signed between the witness and the victim last year, you can clearly see Mr. Assman's signature at the bottom. See? It says it right there. O. Assman.
Let me see now. Good Lord, yes. They're identical.
In short, the journalist who drew the illustration and wrote the article published about Mr. Drebber 10 years ago was the victim of this case, Mr. Odi Assman.
Odi Assman.
Break
Objection.
down. What are you objecting now?
But explain to the court why.
Why? Isn't it obvious? Come on, Barack, use your pretty little brain. Revenge, obviously. He caused him to have to leave university and live a life of crime instead of being as the scientist that they always wanted to be. Madness. I thought you were smart.
Why would that constitute a motive for the witness to murder Assman?
God, need to spell everything out for the guy. Well, if you think back, you'll remember that He literally constantly complained about it. Just now 2 minutes ago, he was like,
No, that article.
You'll remember that Mr. Drebber talked about that article in his testimony.
Grave robbing, you say?
Yes, exhuming fresh corpses to sell is reasonably lucrative.
That is quite beyond the pale. You would invite divine retribution, sir.
Yes, well, I think I suffered retribution enough. The Daily Circus eventually unearthed my name and put it in print. It caused me a great many headaches. In the end, I had to leave university.
Wait, what is chat crashing out about? What is Barassi? Am I saying something inappropriate? What happened? I didn't get it. Don't read that. I'm gonna go back now and read what you all have written. Have you been naughty? Have you all been naughty? What are you Van Zussi? Who's that? What's going on? What have you done? Who's the origin? Who's been naughty? Who's been the naughty one in the group? Okay. Do I need to point fingers? What's going on? What's going on? Kitty, half the chat is Kitty and half is Assman. Fruity do? You calling me fruity? That's okay. I can be a little fruity. Fruitnoske. Baroque uni glasses. Assman spelled his own name wrong. Wait. And so what has Anziek's? Oh, okay. I think I see it now. What is that? The real Isha. Did this start from you? I'm sorry for calling you out. I think I'm just being cute. I see you all. I see you. I know everything that happens all the time. It's all good. We're in a little ad break anyway, aren't we? I might actually, maybe I'll just do a little glue break while we do an ad break, and then we'll be right back. Okay? So y'all calm down. A little bit of water spray on you, okay? And we'll be right back. And we're back. Have we all calmed down? Have we all had a little bit of... Whew. Whew. It's all good. It's all good. We're back in the game. We never got an answer. That was the only paper with a bad grace to identify me unambiguously, I might add. Then I gave up on my dream of becoming a scientist. And it was all because of that newspaper. Chika. Oh, look at y'all. You don't have to apologize. It's fine. I'm only joking. Y'all just being silly. It's cute. At the time, you were a student, but don't do it again. What? Okay. Sorry. I have to... The parents and mods and me, we all have to stand together here and be like, hey, no, bad. Baroque's footstool didn't start it. For once. Yes, we are all your parents. Even if we are all probably just mixed ages. I don't know. At the time, you were a student of the University of London who dreamt of becoming a scientist. What's up? No, thank you. Oh, come on, Kitchen. Don't be like that to your children. Come on, you gotta be nice. Gotta be accepting. No. Oh, Elsie, come on. What's going on, mods? They're all getting dropped at the fire station. Damn, Kitchen. Harsh. Oh, shit, man. Kitchen's like, no responsibility. No, you all go feed yourself. Get a job. Anyway, back in the game. However. I mean, I was just trying to make an analogy that we have to, like, all pull at the same string or something? I don't know. A united front. That's what I meant. United front. Oh my god, don't get the knives out, Kitchen. At least drop us off at the food shop. Well, I mean, at the fire station, hopefully they will help you. Anyway, where were we? What is the whole sentence? At the time, you were a student of the University of London who dreamt of becoming a scientist. However, this single newspaper article changed your entire life. Oh, what's up, first time chat? How do I actually say your name? Silent Zero? First ever comment, I learned that monsters are parents. Very good, very good. Well, welcome to the chat. So Mr.
Osman used to be a newspaper journalist, did he?
I think, is it Silen or Silent? You do a lot of like TikToks, don't you? Is that the same person? Or am I mixing that up? Shillan Zero. I like your TikToks. It's cute.
He did, my lord.
In fact, it's a widely held belief that that Asman managed to position himself at the heart of his criminal network, thanks to the many dubious connections he made during his time as a reporter. So you had to give up on your dream and leave university. You lost everything. Eventually, you found yourself working in the field of science, but only in the shadows. And all because of that article written by Mr. Asman. Enough! Yeah. First, I need to do my dance. How's my... Oh yeah.
Stop this endless drivel, my love.
What?
Explain yourself, Mr. Drebber.
Yes, it's true. I had to leave the university as a result of that article. But it was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
What do you mean?
Almost every student of science in the faculty was too poor to actually conduct any research. They struggled on with their hypotheses anyway. We all did. Only to have them taken by vultures. Sooner or later, you knew your ideas would be stolen and patented by some wretch or other after all.
Good gracious.
Making a name for yourself as a scientist in a climate like that was a miracle. Only a select few geniuses could ever hope to achieve. Personally, I wasn't one of those geniuses. Though, it was hardly a wrench. Being forced out of the university because of Logate was the best thing that could have happened to me.
Objection!
Sure. Mr. Drebber, do you genuinely believe that?
Of course I do. Who's better placed to know whether or not I possess a talent for science than me?
I'm sorry to say that your words don't ring true at all.
How dare you?
And I have evidence to prove it.
How are you in a position to say anything about me? I don't know you from Adam. Fine. If you think you have evidence, go ahead. Show it. What could you possibly have to disprove the idea that I was happy to leave university because I lacked talent?
What do I have? Was it this article? In the criminal generally managing escape? No. Dark forces? No. Is it? I mean, everyone is in about the Great Exhibition. Well, isn't it because culture exhibits from around the globe? It's also positive and hopeful. Hold on. What is the thing that proves it? I mean, I feel like it's... I feel like, I mean, the fact that he still participated in this great exhibition because he wanted to be part of that, right? I mean, why would he be happy to leave? Hereby anything over to fund labor and materials for the concern of a super high volume instantaneous kinesis machine. Mr. Drebber is to receive 30% of all remuneration from government grants or income. Mr. Drebber may only uphold his... What is the evidence now? Maybe because he kind of looked sad? He looked sad, that's why, right? That kind of proves it. See, look at her face. You look so sad and emo. Surely that can't, like, you know, that must be the reason. There must be proof enough. Oh. Ah, this is it, probably. Fostering burgeoning talent for the future of scientific... It seems rather ironic, doesn't it? There we go. That's it.
Take that!
Do you remember this, Mr. Drebber? We found it at your workshop. Yeah. You know, would you keep this if you really didn't give a shit? Huh? Grain. Bud grain.
Is that a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science?
What exactly is this trophy, Counselor?
It's the greatest honor that can be bestowed on a young scientist, my lord.
There is no higher accolade. It recognizes emerging talent and promises a bright future.
Good gracious!
Your prospects for the future were excellent, weren't they, Mr. Drebber? Because even then, you were a genius in your field. But you lost everything. You had no more furniture. I was saying, you had no more furniture. But you lost everything. You had no more furniture. Your talents would go to waste. No furniture. What would you do without furniture? Right? You would just lie on the floor like some kind of loser. Right? I have to say, when was it? This year or last year? I bought a mattress. I actually, so the back issues I had also didn't start when I was in My Neighbor Totoro in a production. I had a day where I had a pretty bad back, and then I went home to sleep, and my mattress was so uncomfortable, and I went and I bought a new mattress that cost like I think about £1,000 or something, and I was like, oh shit, like that's an expensive mattress, but it's worth it if you sleep comfortably on it. I felt like a big boy then. I know. Look, I'm not rich. This is not like it was a big investment for me. But I was like, this is worth it for me if it means I can sleep really comfortably. You know, then I want to spend that money on my sleep health essentially. So and it was worth it. It's a very, very comfortable mattress. I'm very happy with it. Anyway, continue. But you lost everything. You had no more future.
Just from furniture to mattress.
Your talents would go to waste. As a result of this one newspaper article.
Okay, straight up. I don't know when you realized who Mr. Assman was. But when it dawned on you that he was the same journalist who 10 years ago ruined your life, it's abundantly clear that you had no intention of forgiving the man the lack of your furniture. Okay, the truth. The truth now.
The truth is, I still have no furniture. Finally!
Oh, he's going to fold. Admitting his lack of furniture. No, he's not giving up. Okay, who's saying hold it? Who's shouting? Who's that? What's going on? Ooh. Something else is afoot.
Fine. Clearly this has run its course now.
What?
I admit it. All of it.
What?
What are you doing?
It's exactly as the Japanese man said. I was cursed into going along with this man's plot to murder the victim on the condition that he kept my dirty secret from 10 years ago.
I don't know what's happening with that voice.
No. Good Lord. Dr. Scythe, do you realize what you're saying, woman?
What's happening? What's happening?
It's all true. That day.
What are you... Do we not like that voice? Would you prefer her to be Arnold? When I arrived at the Crystal Tower and saw the birdcage, my heart nearly stopped beating. Make her Elmo. Do we like her? But do we like her or do we not like her? Okay, you make a good point. It's the theme is too pretty for the voice. It is a pretty theme. So let's get into it. Let's get into it.
That memory from a decade ago that I'd done my best to bury deep inside myself. It was the professor again, staring me in the face. And then, before I had the chance to react, I noticed something else. There was a note tucked inside the model's jacket. A note. Dr. Scythe, you will go along with my plan. From someone who knows the truth about what really happened that night 10 years ago. All the instructions were there in the note. Every detail was meticulously written out. I had no choice but to do what it said. I made the necessary alterations to the scene and fabricated the autopsy report as instructed. There was really no other choice. It had to be done to protect the judiciary. I can only apologize now.
Okay.
Why on earth would you buckle now? Well, there's no point in trying to hide it anymore, is there? I would have done anything to stop it coming out, even collaborate in a murder. The great lie about that execution 10 years ago has been exposed. Whatever happens, I'm finished. So then, Mr. Drebber, what do you say to that? Your accomplice has admitted everything. Surely it goes without saying. You admit your part in it too, then?
No.
I admit nothing at all. What?
I mean, it is our job to prove it, I suppose.
Have you forgotten that Kinesis machine was ripped to shreds by an explosion? Short of me admitting to a crime, there's really no possible way for you to prove I did anything wrong.
No! That's it. Order! Order! Order!
Whatever this man says, I admit everything. He threatened to expose my secret, so I went along with his plan. And Lord Van Zeeks,
Yes.
I hope you'll accept my apologies. What happens next is in your hands, of course.
I have heard more than enough now. I hereby present the final findings of this court. This trial is not the proper forum in which to pursue the alleged wrongdoings of Mr. Drebber. The defendant is Professor Albert Harebrain.
Oh, does it mean we're at the end of the case?
Oh, very true. It had slipped my mind.
Barack, you meant to be a professional at this.
Isn't he one of your closest friends?
As the court has heard, Dr. Scythe has admitted to the allegations brought by the defense, thereby absolving the defendant of any possible guilt.
You mean...
At the present time, it is the conclusion of this court that the defendant was not involved in any wrongdoing. Does the prosecution have any objection?
None, my lord.
We beat you again, Barack. You loser.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Naruhodo.
I like to kick a mother down. Tweet it. Silly man.
You've proven Mr. Professor Harebrain's innocence.
What, this is not over. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What's happening?
Without further ado, then, the adjudication. Unless the prosecution or defense have any other matters to discuss.
There's something else coming now. There's something else coming.
I don't know. Okay, this doesn't feel quite right.
Drebber's lack of furniture. Why did Dr. Scythe suddenly admit to it like that? Oh, he makes a fair point. It seems like we were about to uncover something, right? So rather than uncovering it, she stopped it.
Is everything all right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Like, the rest of the case is us shopping for him at IKEA. Oh, speaking of furniture, I'm shopping for a new chair because I don't like my chair, and I'm looking at getting a, what is it called? Herman Miller Aeron, which is apparently a very classic chair. I'm getting it used because new they're really expensive, but I'm getting one used. I was just curious because it seems to be a very common chair. Has anybody used one of those? Herman Miller Aeron? Do y'all know it? It is like, it's meant to be a very simple but like chair that is quite comfortable. Anyway, if anybody knows it, but I think you've used an Aeron at work. Yeah. I think that's I feel like I've used one as well at work. That's why I saw it and I was like, I think I sat in one like this before. Anyway, back to the game.
Like you said before, the way the trial is set to end now, the judge will certainly deliver a verdict of not guilty. But is that really what we want? What the defense should be pushing for now is...
Well, obviously further testimony because we ain't stopping.
Objection!
We ain't stopping.
The defense objects to the trial ending at this time, my lord.
I beg your pardon?
We demand one final testimony.
From whom, though? Who are we testimony? Dr. Scythe, I guess. Maybe Dr. Scythe? We're questioning Dr. Scythe?
What? You do realize I'm about to adjudicate in favor of your client, I presume. You could get all the furniture that you want.
What are you playing at now? My Nipponese
Friend? Who are you calling friend now? I ain't your friend, bro.
Why would you want to obstruct the conclusion of the trial at this point? No defense lawyer in his right mind would do that.
Well, I'm not in my right mind.
Mr. Naruhodo, what exactly are you thinking?
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And a way to bring it all out in the open. You think I'm out of order? This whole courtroom is out of order.
Right. Yes, in hindsight.
Yes. One word of warning before I go.
The costume.
If, in the course of the trial in this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, don't let it out of your sight. Pursue it like a dog with a bone. To the bitter end. You understand? Do not falter, whatever may come to pass.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Chibi Corgi. Oh, I want a Chibi Corgi. I want a little Corgi, I mean. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes knew.
He must have deducted that this would happen. Yes, I'm here in court to advocate for my client and to secure an acquittal.
Obviously.
But that's not all. I believe that I have a duty to the court to pursue the whole truth of the case until every last detail is laid bare.
And that is why the defense calls for further testimony from Dr. Scythe.
Testimony from me? About what?
About the nature of your collaboration with Mr. Enoch Drebber.
In case it has escaped your attention, I've already admitted to everything I did. The whole truth has already been revealed. So stop wasting everyone's time. As his lordship made very plain, your client will get the acquittal you wanted for him. There's simply no point protracting this business further with another tedious cross-examination.
Objection!
Oh, there you go. Time for the bottle to be thrown.
Pray forgive my careless handling of that hallowed bottle. I, slipped.
That's what you call it?
What is your objection, Lord Van Zeeks?
The prosecution
Also calls for supplementary testimony from the witness.
Don't be stupid.
If there is more to this case than has yet come to light, then I will join my learned friend in pursuing the facts until the bitter end.
You'll what? Lord Van Zeeks.
This is at most irregular, to say the least. However, as the prosecution also calls for it, I will uphold the request. Dr. Scythe, you will testify for the court, explaining the full extent of your involvement in the murder apparently committed by Mr. Drebber.
Very well.
Look at her sassy stance. Witness testimony. All right, the waxwork plot.
It all began at the scene when I saw the waxwork and the note tucked inside its jacket. The actual body of the victim, as indicated in the note's instruction, was beneath the experimentation stage.
Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, I also meant to say, maybe I should have said this at the top. But if we make it to the end of this thing, I did, like, some people have said sometimes that it's fun to share fan art or something on stream and we can look at it together. So I made a thread on my Discord in the art channel where y'all can put your stuff in there, and we can have a look at it or something. But only if people want. Because, like, I have this art channel on my Discord, but then some people wouldn't necessarily want to share their art on stream because, like, it's still work in progress or something like that, you know? But if people have art that they would like to, you know, obviously this is not going to be stuff that you've made for today because I've literally just told you and, like, only announced it, like, 3 hours ago. And if it's not that much, like, we can just look at what's there and we can do, like, a bigger one maybe at the end of the game or something like that, you know? But if you want to share some stuff and we can look at it, like, I'm totally down with that. So, if you want to link art from that you saw on social media as well, so that's absolutely fine, you know? Just let's keep it, how did we call it? NSF, safe for watching. No NSFW or what, right? Like, just FYI. Not too naughty, nothing too explicit. Oh yes, and credit the artist if there is, if it is from other people. So, ships allowed as long as it's kosher, okay? Anyway, let's continue.
The body had to be arranged in certain ways to implicate the defendant, which was my job. I enlisted the help of the entire forensic investigation team to dress the scene appropriately.
Yes, do not get me banned.
The truth about the execution 10 years ago is a state secret of the highest level. I had to protect it.
All right. So I was right. The stage and the machine were all specially designed for the deception.
So it seems, and all meticulously prepared. You did well to see through it. You're a very shrewd boy.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. What are you doing later? You want to, like, go for a coffee? Oh, wait, no, you're a criminal. Sorry. Whoopsie. So kind of you to say. I just, you know, when people compliment me like that, I just get all weird.
And what about this autopsy report then? All I did was record the location of the body as being in the Crystal Tower instead of under the stage. That's all? That's a terrible corruption. Only my team were aware of the deceit, and then only under my explicit instructions. Nobody else at Scotland Yard knew anything about it, I assure you.
We must be thankful for small mercies, I suppose. Well, I believe that testimony has clarified everything. There's no particular need for a cross-examination, I would...
Hints off, Judge. Of course we're going to cross-examine. No, I disagree. I can't shake the feeling that something's wrong. Look at her smiling. Yeah, just look at that. See? Exactly that expression on her face. I don't trust her. It's the defense's right to cross-examine any witness following testimony.
What is it about you Japanese that makes you all so doggedly persistent?
Ah, interesting. Why, what other Japanese has been doggedly persistent? I think you just told on you a little bit, didn't you? Unless you're just being racist.
Very well. If you so desire, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination, and I shall just have my dinner wait for me later.
Yes, my lord. She's also racist. She can be both. All right, waxwork plot. What do we got? So, it all began to seem when we saw the waxwork and the note tucked inside its jacket. The actual body of the victim, as indicated in notes instructed, was beneath the experimentation stage. The body had to be arranged in certain ways to implicate the defendant, which was my job. I enlisted the help of the entire forensic investigation team to dress the scene appropriately. The truth about the execution 10 years ago is a state secret of the highest level. I had to protect it. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna need to ask more about this here, don't we? The judge is done. He wants to go home. That's right. Thank you for the first time chat, Chibi Corgi. And welcome, welcome. Welcome to the silliness. Right. Hold it, you.
From what you described before, it sounds like the note was anonymous.
Did you have any idea of who was behind it?
There are very few people in the know about what really happened 10 years ago to start with. But anyway, I'd never heard of this engineer, so no, I had no idea.
Yeah, despite not knowing who was behind the plan, you went along with it?
I had no choice. Protecting the professor's secret was my only concern.
But the horse has bolted now, and the stable door will never shut again. Scotland Yard's reputation will be immeasurably damaged as a result of all this.
Yes, thank you, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm well aware of that.
So, as I understand it, what you found in the birdcage was the waxwork model. Where then was the victim's body?
Okay. The actual body of the victim was beneath experimentation stage.
So you knew about the special construction of the stage used to carry out the trick then? It was quite obvious what had happened with the victim and the waxwork.
And you switched the two over, didn't you? In other words, you recorded the victim's body as having been discovered in the Crystal Tower and the waxwork.
I wrapped it and sent it by carriage to the specified address at the specified time.
And why were you given such directions?
Presumably so it could be recovered by Drebber and returned to Madame Tussmans.
I see. And then you put the bird cage back on the experimentation stage.
Yes. Although someone obviously made a mistake about which cage should go where. I thought I'd made it perfectly clear to the team, but still.
I suppose you were focused on the victim's body, that being a more important detail. Huh? Wait, what? I'm a little confused by the whole cage confusion now. Because this is the one that... So, this isn't... This is the one that body was found in. But did they use the wrong? I don't know. I'm confused. Right, but the body had to be arranged in certain ways to implicate the defendant, which was my job. When you say arranged, I presume you mean this?
Yes. The instructions in the engineer's note said something along the lines of fabricate some evidence to make it clear that Hairbrain alone could have killed Asman.
You're watching streams several hundred feet above Earth right now. What does that mean? Are you in an airplane? What? Are you suspended in it? Are you Superman, Moondrop 0919? I'm confused. So you mean that was your doing? On a plane? Wait, but how do you have internet? Do they have internet on plane nowadays? Maybe sometimes they do. Is this like a very common thing? And like I'm just too old to know. Anyway, they sell Wi-Fi. Oh, they do, don't they? Huh. Fly me to the moon. Da 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 dun dun dun.
I fetched Hairbrain's ridiculous screwdriver from the stage and took it with me, alone, to the abyss under the stage where the birdcage had fallen.
Alone, Doctor. Well, did she stab him?
I didn't feel it would be appropriate to involve anybody else in that particular part of the deception.
Did she stab him?
There was a void under the stage where I found the birdcage lying in the dirt. I approached it, leaned down and slowly opened it up. Then, I took the screwdriver in both hands and plunged it into the man's chest.
Wow. And then you noted that in your fake autopsy report as a fictitious cause of death.
Exactly.
So, the actual cause of death was...
Was it just him falling down? Yeah, there we go. The trauma resulting from the 30-foot drop. So he was already dead. Fly me to the moon and let me kick its fucking ass. It's Marshall K. What are you talking about? Nobody here hates the moon. Is this mistranslation still haunting me?
No, I didn't mean it.
Judge.
My word.
What is it, Miss Susato?
Something about Dr. Said's last statement is playing on my mind, that's all.
Yes. Mine too. Dr. Scythe.
There's really no need to shout. I can hear you perfectly well.
The defense calls for you to add what you just said to your formal testimony.
Oh? Which part?
Well, the part about stabbing him? Wait, I have to choose this? What I want her to supplement her testimony with is what she did to the victim? Is this like very significant which one I choose here or something? The real cause of death, what she did to the victim. What is more relevant? I mean, he died from the fall. I suppose what she did to the victim. Let's just pick that. How you stabbed Mr. Assman in the chest. That part.
Fine, if that's what you want. But there's really no need to point.
What do you think we're doing here? We're all pointing.
The prosecution concurs.
About the pointing? He pointed at you too, huh? Oh, and you don't tell him off, do you? She just likes to walk over the little Asian man, huh? Racist. I'll show her. I won't be walked over, just so you know. Just so you know. I'll point as much as I want, that's right.
Very well, you will supplement your testimony now, witness.
If you wish, my lord. Dun, 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 dun. I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into his chest.
All right, keep pressing on that as well, then. So it was you who stabbed Mr. Assman with this?
Yes. Far easier than dissection, I assure you. No precision required.
What a welcome change.
The victim died instantly from a snapped neck. All I did was carry out the instructions I'd been given.
As unflinchingly as ever, no doubt. I imagine you didn't bat an eyelid when you drove the weapon into his body.
There was no need to bat my eyelids.
And what else did you do to twist the facts? Remind the... Oh shit, I didn't finish the... Remind the court, why don't you?
If you wish. I enlisted the help of the entire forensic investigation team to dress the scene appropriately.
Hold it!
Okay. The entire team in perverting the course of justice. And they all followed her?
My team consists of the very best investigators there are. I demand loyalty from all members. We operate on a code of chivalry of sorts.
You aid and abet a murderer, commit perjury, and dare to talk of chivalry?
It was a matter of priorities.
What?
Nothing was more important than protecting the secret of the professor. My team did what was necessary without losing sight of the primary goal. I consider their conduct exemplary.
Yeah.
Don't concede the point, Mr. Naruhodo. You mustn't let her win.
I need a lawyer.
I'll take that silence as a tacit acceptance. Now, can we move on? The truth about the execution 10 years ago is a state secret of the highest level.
Hold it!
Have to protect it.
I can't believe we haven't had an Arnold attack. Oh, this is an Arnold accent, so you get to pick one person. This is not everybody becoming Arnold. You'll have to pick now, Marizien. Who's becoming Arnold? Otherwise, I'll pick. It was Balaroth? Oh shit, sorry, Balaroth. My bad. Scythe, you've already said. Okay, very good, very good. But at what cost? Faith in Scotland Yard is going to suffer a terrible blow as a result of this.
And your precious secret is out now anyway. Yes, as you say. I take full responsibility.
Blow me down, Dr. Scythe. Surely there was some other way you could have protected the secret? Wait, what did she say? Okay, she said...
No, there really wasn't. I've done my utmost, believe me. I tried really hard. In many ways, I respect your determination. And, you know, that's kind of like me, because I'm the Terminator. I respect other people being determined, just like me.
Whew, I nearly froze under that cold stare as she said that. That cold. Oh my God, that cold. Y'all know Arnold played Mr. Freeze in Batman movie also.
I do believe she was being genuine though, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, always genuine.
So that's her story. She's admitted and everything and revealed her full involvement in the crime.
Scythe is still hot even with the Schwarzenegger. I mean, I think if someone looking like her asked me out, even with the Schwarzenegger accent, I'd be down. I'd be like, cool, let's go get a drink. So yeah, I'd like to go on a date with you. Ryunosuke or Mr. Mark.
She's admitted everything and revealed her full involvement in the crime. I do wonder if there could really be much more to it.
Static drink. I need more static. A little more static. Refilling my static. How much am I like? I always drink like a freaking liter when I do these streams. So much drinking. Liquid. It's Dragon Nerd Izzy. Hello. How you doing? Coming to the finale of this case, yeah?
Well, I don't know, but I just have a feeling. Do you, Mr. Naruhodo? The truth is, I find it strange too. How those two are reacting to this in complete opposite ways, I mean.
Yes, exactly. For some reason, I feel sure they're still trying to hide something. Yeah, they definitely are, aren't they? You just made some linguine without spice for you and your... Without spice. Linguine. That's like noodles, right? Or I mean, pasta. So a non-spicy pasta. Ooh, I kind of feel like having pasta. I want some pasta now. Now you made me hungry. And you watched Dairy Girls. I think I worked with someone who's on Dairy Girls. What was her name again? I think she was on Dairy Girls. Dairy Girls. She's one of the older ones. Was she on Dairy Girls? Yeah, Siobhan McSweeney. Who does she play? She plays Sister Michael in Dairy Girls. We did a play together once, like 10 years ago or something like that. It was one of my first jobs. She's really nice. She's really cool. She's awesome. Yeah. She was awesome back then. She's still awesome now, right? Yeah, she's pretty iconic. I mean, her career has bloody taken off since then. Like I think she also presents a show or something like that. Or like, but no, she's really cool. Anyway, back to the case. The extra button in No's instruction was beneath the injury. The body had to be arranged. I stood over the victim's corpse, where it lay in the top of the cage, and plunged the screwdriver into his chest. Okay. Right, so we plunged the screwdriver. Autopsy. Additional, so most likely an impact after sudden fall. But it does say there's a hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart, inflicted by a shot. Hemorrhage of it. Oh, but did she? Oh, she did the autopsy report. So obviously she faked it. Yeah, fake. Faker. Your mum loves her character. Dragon Nerd Izzy. Okay, what else we got? Somehow, I mean, this cage looks... Did she open? She must have opened the cage then when she did that, right? Okay, I'm a bit lost now. What do we have here? So there's clearly blood on here. Okay, so he was stabbed. Hold on a minute. I enlisted the whole entire forensic team to dress the scene appropriately. The truth about the execution... I had to protect it. The body had to be arranged in certain ways to implicate the defendant, which was my job. So that's why she stabbed it. And that was the implication, using the screwdriver to stab him. As indicated in the notes, it was beneath the experimentation. It all began at the scene when I saw the waxwork and the note tucked inside its jacket. Huh. Is anything here sort of unusual? Got the screwdriver. What does it say about this? Photographic print of the victim taken after he had ostensibly been beamed to the Crystal Tower. It shows an apparent stab wound to the chest. That is consistent with her story. What is inconsistent with her story? Metal screwdriver that was found poking through the grill in the base of what remains of the kinesis machine. So that is what she used to implicate him. This was the balloon, a photograph taken by Gotts whilst he was riding in the balloon. It shows another balloon that he claims was green and exploded moments after he took his shot. The wooden cage that was used for the demonstration. It crashed down with the victim inside into the crystal, causing damage. There's something to do with... Does it have something to do with the cage? I suppose because it fell from such a height, yes. A fall about 30 feet, 9 meters. Small fragment of very unusual and thick glass. Found in clothing. I'm trying to make sense of oh, who's leaving? Oh, Captain Pris. Catch you later, oh Captain, my Captain. I'm trying to make sense of actually what happened a little bit. I'm not sure I've got it all in my brain right now. What did the waxwork actually do? The waxwork would have been in the balloon that exploded, right? In order to make it seem like there's a person in there. That's the one that then fell down. But then she said something about that they used to that they used the wrong cage somehow. So where was the waxwork? I'm a little confused right now. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go through this again. I'm confused. What do I think she's lying about? There are a few people. Never heard of them, no idea. Went along with it. Diplomacy was my only concern. The actual body of the victim, as indicated in the notice instruction, was beneath. Which was my job. In the top of the cage. I stood over the victim's corpse when laying and clutched the screwdriver into the chest. I enlisted to help. I'm a little confused. Vonnie VT. Someone gave you away a subscription. Oh, that's... Huh? Someone gave you a subscription, like a gift sub? Oh, that's very... Oh, maybe was that Poggy's gift subs? I hope you're doing well, Vonnie VT. Thanks for the first time chat. I will think if I will need to use my safe word for... But right now, I want to just try to figure this out first. But maybe... I don't know why I'm so... Am I being... Is it like really obvious and I'm just being stupid or something? I stood over the victim. I feel like she said that it might... Body had to be arranged in certain ways.
Hold it!
This was her job. You mean you did this? Okay. I'm merely his words. So he said, fabricate some evidence to make it clear that Hairbrain alone could have killed Assman. Right, so she went... That's right. So she opened up the birdcage. And plunged it into the man's chest. And then she forged the autopsy report. I'm sure there's something here in this testimony. I think it would be appropriate. I'm sure... Oh, I could also have her change it. What if I have her change it to do the other one?
Hold it!
Well, then we get now different conversation stuff. You quite sure of that? It was as a result of a broken neck?
Yeah, yes. As a professional, that was more than apparent.
You'd never know just by looking at the photograph of the victim, though, would you?
No, that's very true.
Obviously not. Which is precisely why coroners are needed to determine the actual facts.
Yes, assuming they can be trusted.
There's no point calling her assessment into question without evidence. Let's get back to the testimony. Oh, very well.
I mean, okay, I have a theory, but I feel like it's only a vague theory, but it would kind of make sense in the world of Ace Attorney. So I'm going to present you my theory, and that is that this, the impact was at the bottom, not at the top. And that you could argue then, why would his neck be broken if he fell on his feet? However, obviously, like, your neck could still be broken this way. But I think in the world of Ace Attorney, this feels like it could be the correct piece of evidence.
Objection!
That was incorrect. mean, he clearly did still have neck trauma. So it wasn't quite... They mentioned that as well. I mean, this was the first thing that I actually now had a little bit... What was this about? She said something about that they used the wrong cage or something. The entire team in perverting the course of justice. My team consists of the very best investigators. We operate on the code of chivalry. Was a matter of priorities. Nothing was more important than the secret of the professor. Consider the... Okay. I mustn't let her win. I need a lawyer. Okay. Where was the thing she said about that thing? Shit, man. Did I press on this one as well? I think I already pressed on this, didn't I? Fucking hell.
Hold it!
Wait, Merizien works in forensics? Can't believe the whole forensic messed with the crime scene. This breaks you for... Oh! Maybe you should team up with Poggy Pocket and you can have a detective agency because Poggy Pocket is a criminologist, right? Two of you can solve crime. We're so close. You're quite sure of that it was a result of a broken neck. Yes. Okay, we just pressed on that already. Okay. Am I close? Am I circling? Am I circling the thing, or am I completely off the beat of the truth about the execution 10 years ago is the stakes?
Hold it!
What did he say? What did she say here? What cost? Faith in Scotland is going to suffer a terrible blow as a result of this. I take full responsibility. Okay, he's shocked by this. No, there really wasn't. I've done my utmost, believe me. Huh. I do believe she was... Okay. So that's her story. She's admitted everything and revealed her full involvement in the crime. I do wonder if there could really be much more to it. I don't know, but I just have a feeling. I find it strange too. Right. So they are reacting completely opposite. She's still kind of happy. And he is sad. Why is he sad? I guess... Exactly. For some reason... So why is he sad? Like, he thought he was still gonna get away with it. But she admitted to everything, and he was like, why are you admitting to this now? Fucking hell, what is the... Go through all the stuff. Who made this diagram? A diagram showing her positions. Great exhibition. The crossbow. Got the torn piece of canvas, photographic print, autopsy report that she faked, I guess. Hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart inflicted by a sharp implement. broken vertebrae, most likely resulting from impact after sudden fall from considerable height. Has the distinctive handle. Wooden cage, it crashed down with the victim inside into the crystal tower. Well, this is not correct, right? It didn't fall into the crystal tower. This is the one. This is likely the one that fell. I don't know which one this is because there's two. There should be two cages, right? One that was in the balloon and one that was on the machine. So where's the other cage is the question. Shouldn't we have a look at the other cage? He's wearing a monocle with a black glass. This was found in the folds of the clothing of the professor. Autopsy report. Photographic print of his after it was completely covered by a time bomb. The metal floor of the stage has been blown open by the explosion. Somehow the only thing I could get to is sort of the... Oh shit, wrong button. And the note tucked inside its jacket. The actual body of the victim. Maybe I'm gonna need a little bit of help here. I can't... Actual body of the victim is indicated nothing was beneath the experimentation stage. Let's just press on this one once more and then maybe I will ask for a little bit of help. So he knew about the special construction of the stage used to carry out the trick then. It's quite obvious what had happened with the victim and the waxwork. And you switched the two over, didn't you? In other words, you recorded the victim's body as having been discovered in the crystal tower and the waxwork. I wrapped it and sent it by carriage to the specified address at the specified time. And why were you given such directions? I see. And when you put the birdcage, and then you put the birdcage back on the... Wait, I don't get this. What the fuck are they talking about? They were... Because... Wait, the body fell down. It's beneath it. So you knew about a special... Why would they put the cage back on the experimentation stage? I thought that when the body was down, then the cage should have been moved to... This is so confusing. And the waxwork. So big. And then you put the birdcage... Why would she put the birdcage back on the experimentation stage? That doesn't make sense. Although someone obviously made a mistake about which cage... Here, this is the one I'm talking about. Someone obviously made a mistake about which cage should go where. I thought I'd made it perfectly clear to the team, but still. Okay. Okay, does it have something to do with the cage? Clippy, am I on the right track at all? Or is this, does it not have to do with the cage? It does not. Okay, that's the only question I'm asking. Cage is not important. Okay, then I'm circling the wrong thing. Metal scribbles that was found poking through the grill. Body had to be arranged. Okay, then the other question I will ask is, you know, when there's two ways to have that statement. Either for her to say she stabbed him, or the neck trauma. Is it relevant which one I pick of the two? Is that important? Clippy? Does it have to be the other one? Okay, so it has to be the other one.
Hold it!
Oh, I have to press the previous statement, don't I? Oh shit, I pressed on the wrong one. Fine, so I have to change that back.
Hold it!
It seems like that would be important. Wait. Oh yeah, there. She talks through it now. This part is tricky. Okay, okay. I leaned over the birdcage and opened it up. Plunged it into the man's chest. Okay. Okay. Ask her to change it. Okay. Okay, have her change it. Okay, fine. We'll have her change it. Oh, what's up, Apollo Just Ice? You should share some of your ice with us. Okay. Very well. So she changed it. I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest. Where it lay in the toppled... I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest. So... I mean, this was the cage. It fell down. So I get... Fucking hell, I literally have no clue. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to guess a little bit then now. Because I just don't understand. I don't know what's going on. Am I supposed to present the... Am I supposed to present the screwdriver?
Objection!
No. No, it's not it. So I'm dead now. Okay, fine. So it's not that. But is this... So I'm guessing I have to present on this statement now, right? Otherwise, I shouldn't have needed to change it. So... I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest. It's not about the cage. Is it to do with the glass? But I thought they moved it over and then they must have added the glass afterwards, right? Maybe is there something in the picture that I can see? I mean, this seems to check out. Like, even though his neck's already broken, like, he would still bleed. Is it the picture? I don't know.
Objection!
It's just the picture? So what's in the picture? I have no idea what's in the picture. What is in the fucking picture? I can't tell. I don't like kind of not knowing. She said she stood over him and stabbed him. But what is it here that's inconsistent with that statement? I don't get it. I mean, clearly it's correct. I guess I'm going to find out now. I've got a nasty feeling that this inconsistency points to an extremely uncomfortable truth. I stood over the victim's corpse where it lay in the toppled cage and plunged the screwdriver into the chest. And still no clue.
What on earth is the matter, Counsel? Have you lost your tongue?
I apologize, my lord. Dr. Scythe, in that last statement of yours, there's just one point that seems to defy explanation. And I don't know what.
Out with it, my learned friend.
There's an obvious inconsistency between your description and this photograph, which shows the victim in the birdcage following the events that led to his death.
Objection!
The court has already examined that photograph in depth. There's nothing new we can learn.
Objection!
Yes, we have already considered it, that's true. But we now know the facts to be different.
What do you mean? I believe we should let the defense explain.
Ah, fuck. See, now I still have to know it. Where in this would we see the alleged inconsistency with the witness statement? Okay, I'm gonna need to save again. Okay. So, I mean, could it be that his neck doesn't seem broken? Or is there something wrong with the stab wound? Is it because it's bloody? I mean, I'm gonna just...
Take that!
Seriously? Okay, look closely at the bloodstain on the victim's chest. Well, is it because there's blood coming out of it? But even if he had just been dead, like, there would still be blood coming out. Like, your heart might not be pumping as much, but there's still... Or am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the case. Is that the idea that, like, if you've already snapped your neck, then there wouldn't be any... But there's still blood in your body. Right? I don't really understand. Maybe it would be less blood coming out? Look closely at the bloodstain on the victim's chest. Oh. Fuck. That is so good. That is actually really good. Oh, damn. Oh, that makes a lot. That is actually good. I thought it was going to be something bullshit, but that is actually pretty good. That is a good detail. That is nice. That is actually pretty damn good. Fuck. Yeah, gravity, my man. Gravity. Shit. Oh, I didn't see it. Ah, see, but that's why also, like, I don't ask for your help too early. Like, I didn't figure it out. But like, if you think so hard and then you figure it out, that's really, really satisfying. So I get it if you've like played it before and you kind of like, you know, like, but that's the fun of these games also often, right? For you to kind of be like, oh shit, like you've seen this detail, you know? And like, look, I didn't get to it, but that would have been cool to figure out. That would have been cool to figure out. But it's fine. I tried. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see the connection. That's cool though. That is cool.
And why is that significant, Counsel? If the victim was stabbed moments before the kinesis machine was set in motion, that's entirely expected.
That's all right. I'm not upset with myself or anything like that. But that's really hard to figure out, man. It's good. It's a good clue. I like that. That is very clever. As in, that's really good writing.
Of course, no, that's not what happened.
Exactly, my lord. Dr. Scythe made it very clear in her testimony just now that the point at which he stole Professor Hairbrain's screwdriver and stabbed the victim was after the grand deception was set in motion, when the birdcage had fallen below the stage out of sight. From the shape of it, it's clear that the birdcage would have fallen on its side after the 30-foot drop. And if the victim had really been stabbed whilst inside the birdcage in that position, the blood from the wound would have spread out equally in all directions. For it to have formed the longitudinal appearance we see in the picture, it's inconceivable. Yeah. He got you, babe. Given that the victim's blood seeped vertically downwards from the wound, it must be the case that when you stabbed Mr. Assman, he was standing up. He wasn't lying on his ass. In short, Dr. Scythe, your latest testimony was a total fabrication. I haven't really done much of the Arnold because she wasn't speaking much. I knew it. I was right. Now I've identified that contradiction. There's only one way to explain the facts. We've all been under a great misapprehension here. What? What sort of misapprehension? Dr. Scythe, you claim you were coerced into helping Mr. Trepper as a result of the note he left in the waxwork. You claim that you made changes to the scene of the crime to implicate the defendant. And you claim that you authored a fake autopsy report to cover your tracks. But one of those claims is an out-and-out lie. Because the question of what the bloodstain really tells us has only one possible answer.
If that's the case, what is it, man? I need to know. This has been so exciting, and I'm so on my tippy toes. I'm on the edge of my seat. Counsel, you've clearly struck up on a revelation. Now tell the court what it is. Which part of Dr. Scythe's story is shown to be a lie with a contradiction in her testimony?
Just gonna save again. It must be... I mean, the stabbing, I guess, right? The answer is very simple if you consider the sequence of events. If, when the victim was stabbed, the blood from the wound seeped downwards as it did, we can be sure that the victim must have been either sitting or standing upright at the time.
But as you rightly pointed out, the birdcage would have fallen on its side when it fell beneath the stage.
Yes, it would, which tells us that the victim must have been in that position of his own accord.
Objection!
That's impossible. The man was dead, remember?
No, that is the misapprehension.
Oh!
When the birdcage fell from the stage into the void below, it must have hit the ground with considerable force. So maybe he got up. He got out. And he was like, oh shit, what's happening? And then she comes up and stabs him. But Mr. Assman didn't die in the fall. Oh, and somebody snapped his neck as well. He probably lost consciousness for a while, but when he came round, he got to his feet to climb out of the cage. just as Dr. Scythe appeared. Ah, is she a cold-blooded murderer? If the victim was in fact alive at that point in time, it changes everything. What's happening? Mr. Odie Assman's killer wasn't the defendant, Professor Albert Hairbrain, nor was it the mastermind behind the staged trickery, Mr. Enoch Drebber. It was you, Dr. Courtney Scythe. Grrr. Grrr. Order. Can this possibly be true?
You've been taking me for a fool. It was you, was it? You killed him.
So she was gonna have him take the fall for it. You hoped that by admitting to being an accomplice in Mr. Drebber's scheme, the trial would end before you were accused of a far worse crime. Cold-blooded murder.
Oh, do shut up. You sound desperate now. You're making all this up as if I would do something like that.
Objection!
I assure you, the defense is not desperate, Doctor. Mr. Naruhodo has established the facts using evidence and logic alone. Logic? Don't make me laugh. Sadly, your logic has a gaping hole in it. What? What do you mean? I thought it was obvious. A motive, boy. You're lacking a motive. What possible reason would I have to kill Mr. Assman?
because he could reveal your crime 10 years ago.
Assman was involved in any number of criminal activities, from coercion to theft to murder. But there's no known connection to Dr. Scythe there.
No, he is. There is.
I'm rather relieved to say it does seem somewhat far-fetched.
True, there's no obvious motive, but there's still something in the back of my mind. I feel sure I've seen something somewhere that hints at why the coroner might have done this. There is an ad coming up, and I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna do another loo break, actually, because I need to pee again. I've drunken so much. Yes, I might have tampered with the crime scene and concocted a fake report. But murdering someone for no reason is a very different story.
Objection!
Now, when you questioned what possible reason you could have for wanting to kill Mr. Assman, something did come to mind. And you will find out after the break. So I'll be right back. Y'all can go stretch everything and everything like that, and I'll be right back. See you in a minute, y'all. And we're back! Something did come to mind. Which is... what? I know what it is. It's because, like, you did a crime 10 years ago, and he was gonna reveal it.
What was it, Counsel? Enlighten the court at once.
Yes, we saw it yesterday, didn't we? Something that seemed strange, but we had no reason to suspect it at the time. He says yesterday. We were like 4 weeks ago or something like that, probably, right? Something that seemed had been suspected at the time. There's a particular object that explains why Dr. Scythe would have wanted to kill Mr. Assman. Okay, we're just gonna have to do another save. Oh, maybe the mask? There's a particular object explaining what Dr. Scythe would have wanted to kill. gonna go with mask. I think it has to do with this. It's the Iron Mask. Because, okay, so, I'm gonna explain it now, alright? Because she saw that Assman had the puppet, the waxwork, and I guess maybe he threatened to reveal the identity of the murderer of the professor, and that would have sort of been threat enough to Dr. Scythe because she faked it 10 years ago or something like that. Something like that. Anyway, you've lost me. Something in that in that region. Huh?
Sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but why the Iron Mask?
Well, of all the things I saw yesterday, it left the greatest impression, so... Wait, so is this wrong?
Clearly, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh no, did I say the wrong thing?
Forgive the interruption, Dr. Scythe. But what my colleague meant to say...
Oh, was scalpels? Perhaps that makes a little more sense to you. Okay, I was wrong. Ah, yeah, of course that is what I meant. Whoopsie.
Did you say scalpels?
See, that's why we have her. That's why she's on top here. Because she's the top of the pyramid. Would appear that word has struck a chord, Doctor. What does it have to do with the fucking scalpels?
Ew.
Come on, out with it! It was yesterday when we visited your laboratory. Laboratory is a funny word because it's like laboratory. Is it laboratory? No, laboratory. Laboratory. American, you say laboratory. Laboratory. I don't know. It's very confusing. Look at this big, thick book here. Yeah, February, Labrador, laboratory, Labradoodle.
It appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the...
Oh yeah, that was odd, wasn't it? That she used so many scalpels or something like that. The friendly administration spendings. They.
Oh? What is it? It's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but... Well, one entry seems rather strange.
Really?
In what way? They're buying 500 scalpels every month.
That is true. I remember it now that Susato UK laboratory and laboratory. Oh, it's laboratory in American, laboratory in laboratory. Laboratory. I think that's what that is. Anyway, can someone who's good at budgeting help me out? I'm actually pretty decent. I've got a degree in economics. Oh, yeah. So you don't actually need help. I've got a degree in economics. I'm smart. You don't need 500 scalpels a month. I'm a really good brain people mouth. At first, I wondered what on earth you could be using that many scalpels for. I do have a degree in economics, yes. Oh, you have to go back to work. Enjoy. I'm sorry you didn't get to the end of this. At first, I wondered what on earth... People said like this will take 1 to 2 more hours. It's like, you don't know how slow I game. Maybe at some point I'll do a speed run of something. I don't know what. At first, I wondered what on earth you could be using that many scalpels for. But actually, I realize now it's not the scalpels themselves that are significant. It's the money for them, disappearing every month from the department's accounts. Assman's criminal organization. Oh my god, I did not see this coming.
Assman's criminal organization relied heavily on extortion for its funding. Tracing the money from the forensic investigation team's account to find out where it was going would be extremely straightforward.
Oh, she's just a petty thief? 10 years ago, when Mr. Assman was still a journalist and wrote this article about Mr. Drebber, he may well have stumbled upon information as he was researching the story. Information relating to Dr. Scythe's darkest secret that he would use to rack money from her for the next decade. Oh, no. So he extorted her for money because he found out her darkest secret. And the dark secret was that they didn't actually execute this person or something. Or maybe that she shot him? I don't know.
Her darkest secret? Good lord. You mean?
I don't know what happened on the night of that execution 10 years ago. But clearly, the opportunity to rid yourself of that menace was too tempting to pass up. So, in the end, you weren't coerced at all, were you? You did it entirely of your own free will. You stabbed Mr. Assman in the heart with all your might. Perfect dodge. To silence the blackmailer who knew your dark secret forever. You'll never understand. None of you. Was she gonna cry? What we've had to keep covered up all these long years. I don't know if she's sad or angry. And why is he sad, though? As very little of the machine remains after it was ripped apart by the bomb. The truth of this case can never be properly established unless you speak out. And if you decide not to, it's very possible that Courtney Scythe will escape punishment for her crimes. Please, sir, own up to what you've done and tell the court the truth about what happened. "10 years ago, you told the truth, and you were robbed of a bright and successful future as a result. I can certainly understand your bitterness and your consternation now. However, this is surely the chance you've been waiting for, to sever the hold that fate's had over you all these years. Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis. I mean, really. It's the adult brain to mock scientists that are the worst, you know. They don't recognize the fact that they don't have talent. They can't even get that right. And so they end up chasing impossible dreams, having unbridled faith in their abilities. They go on and on about their wonderful hypotheses, their stupid eyes shining like a little child's. They make me sick. I can't abide their foolishness.
Careful, Mr. Drebber.
I was particularly pleased with the kinesis machine. It made for quite a show, didn't it? So you admit it. You admit that it was nothing more than a sham made for the purpose of killing the victim. Yes, I admit it. I did it all in the name of revenge.
Revenge for the future. Revenge for the furniture that Mr. Hassman's article had deprived you of for 10 years earlier. For the furniture! But the revenge you sought didn't stop Assman, did it? Oh, Sheol! Hello, how are ya? I only just spotted you. Which is where that particular waxwork comes in. Yes, I see. The condemned convict that you saw rising from the grave in Lowgate Cemetery 10 years ago. If your account of those events was all true, then obviously Scotland Yard couldn't afford to acknowledge what had happened. Even if it meant discrediting a bright young man and crushing any future career he might have had. So your plan required that you abduct that particular waxwork model in order to exact your revenge on Scotland Yard as well. Or on Dr. Scythe, to be precise. It was a year ago. By some extraordinary twist of fate, Assman turned up at my workshop. He didn't remember who I was, of course. He just wanted to employ my services as an engineer. And he happened to have a paper with him. An article on the front page caught my eye about the coroner who'd handled that bogus autopsy, being appointed head of a new forensic team. When I learned that news, my cognitive processes started to devise the plan. What a horrid tale. He robbed me of my furniture, so I wanted to use the man's own wiles against him for revenge. And can't even say it with a straight face. And have that rotten Scotland Yard eating out of my hand at the same time. I wanted them all to suffer the same humiliation I had to suffer.
You can only be serious for so long, can you? Oh, I just realized the camera is cutting off the thinging there. Oh no. Oh wait, I just pointed down a little. How about that? That's good. That'll do. A little more. A little more. There we go. All gone.
Your actions against those who ruined your furniture were justified as revenge, at least to yourself. Certainly.
Wait, the Natsume, wait, who doesn't care?
Certainly no one has the right to destroy another's furniture, especially for purely selfish gain. And yet, in carrying out your plan,
I'm sorry, I know this is a serious moment, but
in carrying out your plan, you did exactly that to someone else, didn't you? You stole their furniture. Did I? I didn't realize I took someone's furniture.
Furniture is pretty serious. Hey, if you take someone's furniture, they have nothing to sit on, or lie on, or anything.
Professor Hairbrain's only crime was passion for his hypothesis. But you had no compunction about sacrificing his furniture to effect your revenge. You knew that he would forever be branded a failure and a fraud.
No, I'm very serious. Who's Craig? What are you talking about? I don't corpse. I'm a professional voice actor.
Perhaps life treated you unfairly 10 years ago, and others' misconduct left your life in tatters. I'm a professional. But remember this. Your own actions resulted in exactly the same thing for another perfectly innocent young man. And his furniture. Ruined. Yeah. Just because your furniture was taken doesn't give you the right to take other people's furniture. Okay? We all have a right to furniture. Okay?
Sad. One young man's furniture destroyed. For what? For what?
No right. I hate the moon.
This was just a throwback. Just a reference. Just a throwback. It was not serious. Anyway.
Lord Van Zeeks, what of Dr. Scythe?
An immediate warrant for her arrest has been granted, and she's been remanded in custody, my lord. I presume she will face trial in the coming days, along with Mr. Drebber.
Most regrettable situation indeed. She's made great contributions to her profession over the years. It really is a hard truth to swallow. However, that is a topic for some future occasion. For now, Professor Hairbrain.
Yes, I mean...
It seems there was a great deal more to your experiment than you realized. However, I think we can assume now that all the sordid details have been brought to light. This has been a very long and profound trial, but I'm pleased to say you are absolved of all guilt.
This whole experience has taught me a very great but painful lesson. I've been, this dedicated scientist, this devotee of natural philosophy. I've been selfish and self-centered, and above all, a fool. Professor. I've spent my life thinking of nothing but my research. Misguidedly believing that I could do whatever I set my mind to despite my lack of talent. And the worst of it is, in the process, I've caused others pain and misery. Others who are far, far greater people than I.
No, Professor, that's not true.
Was?
Don't tar yourself with the same brush as Drebber. What happened was his doing and his alone. This outcome is his fate, not yours. You're not to blame in any way.
Lord Van Zeeks. What, do you have redeeming qualities now? Oh, suddenly, because it's your friend, it's all good, you know?
And the derision with which he referred to you earlier, calling you a fool, talentless even. The man has no idea. To believe in yourself and work your fingers to the bone, to realize your dreams. That's laudable, not laughable. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Chad, the rock is speaking, straight to you. That's right. No one has the right to deride another for such choices.
Oh. Thank you, Baroque.
So, Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Yes, my lord.
it is this court's expectation that you find the defendant not guilty of the charge which he stands accused. I presume there are no objections?
None from me, my lord.
Certainly not. This trial has made me think, but is this the right decision? Excuse me. I am a magician of the bird. This is the right decision.
It's all been proven methodically and rigorously. I have no misgivings whatsoever.
Corn-tastic. I like corn. What's that? He's done, is he? He's all over. Well, I can eat corn, and that's all I'm here for. I don't know what's become of the yard these days. I don't recognize the place.
Very well. In that case, I hereby pronounce the defendant not guilty!
Yay! 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 Woohoo! Waha! Wee! Laser light show!
Ooh. Court is adjourned. Bye.
Kaboosh! Yo, Aim listens to. Thank you for the gift sub. It's over. Oh my god. That was some fucking trial. I think it definitely was. How many freaking weeks has this been? Here it comes. Wait, what comes now? Is something important coming still?
24th October, 4:33 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber.
Professor, what a splendid outcome, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Is it? It is. Congratulations, Professor Hairbrain.
Ah. Mr. Naruhodo, Miss Susato, I am truly beside myself with gratitude. How can I ever thank you enough? I'm just glad it's all been cleared up. That you realize you were just caught up in a bad situation. Right now, you know, if I had that research grant money, I'd give the whole lot to you, every penny. Well, that's very kind, but I'm just a student, so,
We don't need any financial reward. Your acquittal is more than enough.
Oh dear, what can I do? Balaroth? Excuse me, Balaroth? What have you done? What have you done, Balaroth? Do you need to stand in a corner and think about what you've done? You. And that's after I complimented your name so many times. Yeah? Balaroth! You behave yourself. Shame. I need to get like one of those bells, and then we go, shame, shame. Only a little bit, though. I don't want you to... It's your birthday. You're right. It is your birthday. I forgot. It's okay. Hey, everyone, chat. We need to forgive Balaroth. Balaroth is going to get a free pass because it's their birthday today. So, all right. Happy birthday. Birth shame. I mean, are we all being very Christian, like kind of like with the guilt of just existing or something? So much guilt. All the guilt. Oh dear. Oh, what can I do? Aha. Oh, how about this? As a memento, the paper about my hypothesis is inside. Well, just as a memento then. Thank you. Should I at some point read my bachelor's thesis or something? My hypothesis? No, I don't want to do it, actually. It's not very good.
I've been wondering, Professor. What are you going to do now? Oh my, yes, what am I going to do? My hypothese and my great machine lie in ruins. But still, it's been too long since I was last in London, so perhaps I'll enjoy some sightseeing. I must explore the great exhibition whilst I'm here too, and see if new inspiration hits me. Oh yes, that's a wonderful idea.
I can't allow that. Ghost from yonder.
Oh, is that... but that's Baroque, isn't it? Of course it's Baroque.
Lord Van Zieks, what are you doing here?
I'm here because I'm your oldest friend, and I intend to take you out for dinner, Albert. I won't have you just roam around the streets.
Now?
Baroque.
He's so broad-shouldered, Jesus. Give some other people a chance here.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that, Albert.
Well, if I'm honest, it was terrifying. Yes, just a little bit. You were like a great demon behind your bench here. There, snarling down on your prey. You're one of the few true friends I have.
I couldn't leave it to anybody else to handle the prosecution or the defense.
Sorry. Or the defense. Did I just hear that right? Is he complimenting me?
I always knew that you had my best interests at heart. Don't worry. Yeah. How about you show me around while I'm here in town? We can hang out, like just like old times. Because we're friends, remember? You and me. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm sure you know like all the cool spots, yeah? Because you're one of those people that they call the cool person, right? I like to hang out with cool people. Just like me back in Berlin. Yeah, we can go to a club there or something. It's been a long time since we left university. We have a lot to catch up on, yeah? Find me in the club.
Listen, Albert, I've been meaning to tell you. In a few days, your acquittal will be made official. When that happens, you must head straight to Dover. I'll accompany you.
What? Oh, thank you for the follow. Franziska von Karma? We have royalty in the chat? Oh my god. Oh mein Gott!
From there, you'll cross the channel and make your way back to Germany. I've already purchased the tickets.
But no! Hold on a minute, Baroque! What? What about the great exhibition? This is a chance of a lifetime for me. I want to look around.
I'm German, Mark. Yes, Franziska von Karma. Are you also from Germany? Franziska. We are countrymen, country women, country people. People of the same country.
No,
No sightseeing, Albert. Give up on the idea.
Yes, don't tell me if it's a spoiler. No spoilers. I still haven't played any of the other games yet, so...
So sometimes it's hard to see any warmth in those beautiful eyes, Baroque. Yeah, what? I got just carried away.
Lord Van Zieks. What's all this about? Oh, nifty, what's going on? Hello.
A necessary precaution.
Yes, I think I understand. You do? Well, Iris told me that when you met Lord Van Zieks at his office some days ago, he asked how Mr. Natsume was doing. Yes, that's right. I remember being surprised at the time and thinking it was nice of him to ask. The point is, Mr. Natsume is still alive and well, even though it's been more than 6 months now since he stood trial with the Reaper as the
Oh, so they're trying to get him away so he doesn't get killed by the Reaper.
Ah, you mean the Reaper's influence doesn't stretch overseas?
Those in the Reaper's sights meet their ends days or sometimes months after their acquittal. That's been the pattern up to now.
But of course, we know that both Mr. Natsume and Gina were completely innocent.
But Gina didn't leave the country.
True. And perhaps that governs the Reaper's actions. The truly innocent are spared.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want to take any chances with a close personal friend.
Baroque.
Like the mustached Nipponese, this man should leave the country without delay. That's why I'm packing him off to Germany at once.
Right. Does your friend-shaped package get any say in it? Goodness, was this your intention all along then, Lord Van Zeeks? Oh, thanks for the sub, Vanilla 900 XD. I hope you're having a good day. Goodness, was this your intention all along then, Lord Van Zeeks? In court, where people think of him as the Reaper, this man seems absolutely merciless. And yet, sometimes I feel as though I don't understand him at all.
Yeah, me neither.
It's time to go, Albert. Back to the prison for the time being.
Ah, yes. All right. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you so much for everything. Not at all, Professor. It was a pleasure getting to know you. Best wishes, Professor Hairbrain. Well, once the dust has settled, you must come and visit me in Germany. Anyway, goodbye for now.
Bye-bye, Albert.
Now, my Nipponese friend.
Oh, yes? I thought you'd gone too.
We have matters to discuss. Can you spare me some time?
You want to talk with me? You with me? Are you sure? Okay, fine. We can talk.
I'll be waiting in the courtroom in 10 minutes.
Well, that was strange. For some reason, I didn't get that sense of impending doom as he walked away this time. The enigma. Baroque Van Zeeks. What does he want to discuss, I wonder? The answer awaits in the courtroom, I suppose. Here goes, then. And this is where we'll end the stream, so I'll see you next time. I'm joking. I think it can't be that much more, right? Hey, Balaroth, now, it is your birthday. It is your birthday. But now be nice. Hey, Blob LePonge. No threats here. Really? I know, y'all just joke. We're just having a good laugh, innit? It would be funny though, wouldn't it? Anyway.
So, are you satisfied? You saved a guileless scientist from a great injustice. Guileless?
Yes, I think so. I'm relieved, at least, that the man's innocence could be proven.
Anyway. I imagine you've been wondering where my animosity towards you Nipponese comes from.
Yeah, that'd be nice. To talk about. I have a feeling. Just so all you know also. I know the bits that have been voiced. That is all I know. So I unfortunately I'm slightly spoiled, but I don't know how we're gonna get there. But I know the stuff that's been voiced. So I don't know if this is what's happening now, but well, at first I thought you just didn't like me. Everyone, hey, everyone. Look at me now. Look at me. Mark's talking to you, okay? Take a breath now. We're locking in. I imagined you saw me as a pretentious child from an unimportant land who had no business being here. But now I think differently. You clearly know your ways of the Force. So I would guess that some specific incident led to your thorough dislike of my race.
Will you tell me what happened, please? The Professor. I thought I'd never hear that name in this courtroom again, to be honest.
He took your brother's life.
Clint. My brother's name was Clint Van Zeeks. 16 years ago, when I was still just in my teens. He was already the director of prosecutions and a key member of the judiciary. I looked up to him. He was everything I aspired to be. He was involved in the establishment of justice systems in foreign countries as well. There were exchange programs between Britain and other nations then too, to share knowledge and ideas. As part of one of those programs,
I just realized the music a little loud.
3 judicial students came to Britain from your homeland, the Empire of Japan.
Oh? If it was 16 years ago, then one of them could have been my father.
Of course. I remember Dr. Mikotoba well.
I had no idea.
I was a minor at the time, training at the prosecutor's office. One day Clint introduced me to the 3 visiting Nipponese.
So, you've actually met my father?
He and his colleagues were polite and amicable. They were adept at their work and exacting in their standards. It was my first encounter with the Nipponese spirit, and it made a very great impression upon me. But 6 years later, that's when it happened. The investigation was going nowhere. There were no suspects even, just an ever-growing list of victims. And in the end, my brother became one of them. The last, in fact, before the case was finally resolved.
I'm so sorry, Lord Van Zieks. Truly.
Clint was always ready to put his life on the line for justice anyway. So he wouldn't have wanted it any other way. He lost his life to the killer, but it was his victory in the end. For me personally, though, it was a great loss. I found myself in a very dark place indeed. When I finally found out the killer's identity, the reason why no one had been able to catch the man sooner ceased to be such a mystery. He'd been hiding in plain sight all the time.
In plain sight?
Are you aware of political events 10 years ago? It was a period of extremely sensitive diplomacy between the British and Japanese empires.
A new treaty was being forged, I think.
Correct. The Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation was being concluded. The leaders of both countries were deep in extensive political discussions. Which is why this particular killer's appearance in court was conducted as a closed trial. If the British public had known the identity of the killer, not only would the treaty have been in jeopardy, but our two nations could very well have ended up at war.
What? A war? Between Britain and Japan? But that would mean... Oh my. You mean to say the professor was...
When the trial reached its conclusion earlier, I thought to myself, yes, it's time.
Oh, I have to click still.
Time for you to come face to face with this hideous monster. I borrowed the key for the mask from the proprietress of the Waxwork Museum.
What's gonna happen? The big reveal.
So see for yourselves now. Confirm it with your own eyes. The truth that's been hidden this past decade.
That's the professor?
Yes, that's him.
Until now, the thought never even crossed my mind. That the mass murderer, whose crimes shook Britain as never before, was Japanese.
I kind of remember, I think this was Japanese line. Took quite some time. I think that was difficult to find the right tone for.
Wait a minute. That face. I feel as though I've seen it somewhere. It's strangely familiar.
Oh, the pain.
Father.
Darth Vader?
What? Father? Kazuma! My best friend, Kazuma Asogi. After a whole year, finally his memories returned.
was alive. All along. Ah!
Ryunosuke.
Ah! Where were you? This whole
Hello
time?
again. My friend.
Partner.
Kazuma-sama!
What's happening?
Judicial Assistant Mikotoba. It's been a very long road. Thank you. Thank you
How's
for
that amnesia?
guiding my friend here when I could not.
It was an honor.
It was indeed, wasn't it?
I knew you wouldn't die that easily. Kazuma. I owe you thanks, too. For
Yes.
taking good care of that in my absence.
Karuma.
Oh. Karuma, the great blade of the Asogi clan, passed down through the generations. When we left Japan, this sword was at my friend's side. The Japanese man's katana is his soul, and he couldn't be parted from it. But then, when the incident happened, it was Susato-san's wish that I inherit the sword, and I've kept it with me ever since, along with my memories of the friendship we shared.
Oh. Kind of like break a little bit when I say we shared.
With this by my side, I always felt that you were watching over me somehow.
Hmm.
I've made it. At last. Father. Are you saying... Surely not. You mean... You knew all this time?
He's still so confused, isn't he, despite everything?
I'm looking at it. But... I still can't believe it. This mass murderer is Kazuma's father.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna cut him now? He's not a real person. It's just a wax figure. I mean, smooth, but still just a wax figure.
Kazuma-sama.
Ryunosuke, we have much to talk about, but now is not the time.
Well, when is the time? What are you gonna do now? You're gonna run away?
I'll be seeing you.
What? Well, you do all of this and you just cut up a wax figure and then you just piss off? What the fuck?
That's all Kazuma said. Before he turned and left us there, in the courtroom.
Whoa. It's really nice to see it actually in context, though, after having like played it until now. the game.
So, he's the living after image of the man who took my brother's life, is he? Yes, Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. 3 months ago, when Lord Strongheart introduced us, I had an inkling there was something there. Some connection. But why did Lord Strongheart do that?
Oh, there's an ad coming, but that's good actually. I'm guessing it's not much longer, but I'm completely out of liquid, and I'm gonna get a little bit more. So with the ad coming up, I'm gonna just refill this, and then we're gonna finish this up. All right? So just stick around, and I'll be right back, y'all. Hello. Got some Pringles. Snacks. Oh, I realize I've been like streaming for like 4 hours. No wonder I'm a little bit hungry. All right, let's do this. I gotta make a little duck's mouth with the Pringles. They're gone already. I've eaten all of them. Too late. Too late. All right, let's do this. But why did Lord Strongheart do that? Why did he make Kazuma Lord Van Zieg's apprentice? And when was he? And when he was suffering amnesia too?
The man was apprehended, even executed, but his legacy just won't die. That's the sad truth. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I thank you for meeting with me, as I asked.
I'm still kind of confused about what the fuck happened with the execution. Like, was he actually executed or not? Because, like, he stood up from the graves, and who shot him? That's still not... I feel like that maybe that's going to be the next case, is it?
10 years ago, my grandmother took me to the railway station. We were there to meet my father from the train. For me. It was the first time I'd ever seen him.
Poor Susato-san. All this is tied up with painful memories for her too. She's never talked about this with me before, though.
It took time to adjust to having father around. But just when I was starting to get used to it, he called me into his study one day. He told me that a great friend of his had passed away in London. That the friend had left behind a son. A boy, 7 years my senior. Father told me the boy had made a promise to his late father. So he was studying to become a defense lawyer.
Something is still off. There's something else that's still coming out, I'm sure of it. Ow! Ah, shit. I realized I have a little wound here, which I just scratched open accidentally. Ouch.
I wanted to help, so I studied to become a qualified judicial assistant. As I'm sure you've worked out, that young man's name was Kazuma Asogi.
It's just a little scratch I had here. Or something. And I think it's scabbed over, and I thought it was just like a thinging, but I accidentally scratched it. Oh, ouch.
So you see, that's how he and I met.
For a brief moment, my great friend had returned, only to disappear again all too soon.
Oh shit. I made this way too strong, this static.
But in that fleeting encounter, something stirred. Something that had been dormant for a long time, as if great wheels had been set in motion. I could almost hear them creaking into life. In some ways, it was the end of a chapter, but in many, it was the start of a new one.
This seems like it's the end of the chapter, isn't it? There we go. Case 2-3 finished. Look at that. Look at what we've done. Look at what we've achieved. Damn, that was epic, wasn't it? I feel like that's been the most epic one so far. I mean, like this was so long. Like I don't how many streams was this? I don't really know actually. But I feel like it was quite a few, wasn't it? Wow. Took quite a few twists and turns. There's still mysteries, I think. I'm still not sure, like, is he actually the murderer? Oh, thank you for the cheers, Moondrop. I appreciate that. Or for the bits. Cheered bits. I always say thank you for the cheers. I should say thank you for the bits. That's what they're called, right? But yeah, I think there's still a mystery to be revealed there. Like, yeah, what happened? Was he executed? Why did Dr. Scythe, like give a bat, like 10 years ago? What did she do 10 years ago? Like, the thing that made Asman basically blackmail her, probably, right? So that's all stuff that's probably going to be found out, right? So yeah, very, very interesting. And I'm very curious to see where it goes.